Yo, what up? Good to see you. How you doing, y'all? How you feeling? How's your Tuesday going? What's up, cheat code? Good to see you. Sup, dude? Simply Hideo, dude. Simply Hideo with the Fiverr emoji. I didn't know Fiverr had their own. It's just that emoji. I'm going to sub to Fiverr on Twitch just to get the Fiverr emojis. I do it, Simply Hideo. Hey, Roses. Hello, Roses. Good to see you. How you doing? How's your Tuesday going? I feel like it's brighter than here than usual. Probably because it's 5 o'clock because of time zones. But how's everybody doing? Oh, dude, yes, lol. I know, right? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. He has like a screaming one too. That's so sick. That's so dope. Okay, let me turn off this light. Jermaine's not getting blasted. Oh, okay. So what are we doing today? Oh, Rosa says, nice. I've also felt off about the light. It's supposed to be dark right now. I know, right? Yeah. It's like wild how daylight savings time. Who would have thought, dude? Tiara. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing, man? Good to see you. How you doing? How you feeling? Today we're just packing orders as usual. But yeah, before this, I was just replying to emails because Nobody Here, the Vaporwave documentary, I'm in it. I heard I was in it, but I hadn't seen it yet because they hadn't like sent to me or anything. But yeah, I'm actually in it because they asked me like, hey, we need like horizontal footage of you playing live because we can only find vertical of it. And I was looking through my like live footage of me performing live, and I was like, oh shit, I literally only have vertical footage of me playing live. You know what I mean? But my homie Feats was the one guy at the show holding his phone like this, like a boomer. And actually filmed one horizontal clip. So I was like, oh, sick. And the part he filmed, funnily enough, was the song I made for the Nobody Here compilation. So it was the Uniwaf like remix I did. So I was like, oh shit, like, dude, you're gonna be so stoked on this. And Enzo from My Put Flamingo was like, dude, no way, this is perfect. So yeah. But I'm super hyped. Tuadeo says, it was a solid Tuesday though, slow day at work, had some Taco Bell. Hey, now making some curry. Dude, do you follow the YouTuber Sam Reed? I think that's the name, yeah, Sam Reed. They went to Taco Bell's Live Moss event. And yeah, Taco Bell has all kinds of stuff in the works, man. I'm kind of pro Taco Bell, low key. I'm kind of pro Taco Bell. But yeah, and I love when it's light like this, honestly. Yeah, it is really nice to have everything like so light outside. Especially just, I don't know, because I'm such a night owl, dude. It's like, I've been waking up like, dude, I gotta fix my sleep schedule because I don't even see the sun anymore, dude. This is getting bad. You know what I mean? But now it's been super sick. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? I've been chilling now. So yeah. And Rosa says, oh, yay, that's good. Yeah, I'm super hyped. I'm super thankful. And somebody else says, hey, nice. Yeah. I'm glad that I you know, shout out to my homie Feats, dude. It's funny too, because last time I talked to them, they're like, I live in Louisiana now. And then I was talking to what's it called? Motherfucking NetNavi about Feats. And they were like, yeah, I saw him the other day. I was like, I thought he lived in Louisiana. He's like, nah, dude, I saw him on the Griffith Thorpe story in LA. And I was like, oh, huh. But yeah. And yo, what? It's Litly. How you doing, dude? Good to see you. How you been, dude? Thanks again for using my song, man. I really appreciate it. And dude, it's honestly, I'm sorry to skip around, but dude, it's Litly. What's it called? Dude, I remember when you reached out like a while ago, like, yo, man, we should like work together. And I was like, I got no money, bro. And now I'm like, dude, I'm sure your rates are like $1 billion working with Adult Swim these days. I'm so proud of you, dude. I'm so beyond proud of you. Like, that's so sick. And congrats on the baby and everything, dude. So yeah. I'm talking about the right lead, right? I'm pretty sure I am. Let me double check all the internet names. It's Litly. Yeah. It's the homie. Okay, cool. Yeah. It's right, Lee. Yeah. It's all good, dude. I'm busy these days too. Thank you. Of course, dude. Of course. But no, dude, I like literally am like so hyped. I'm like, dude, that's the guy. That's, you know, I was like, let's go, dude. Like, genuinely so hyped. Every time I see you post, and like, I know you deserve everything, man. Hell yeah. But okay, I skipped around. My bad. Tiara says, good, the girls are practicing getting ready for our shows this weekend. Hey, hell yeah. Taco Bell's the best fast food. I kind of, yeah. I wish the prices were slightly lower. I think I'm now tied Taco Bell Del Taco in terms of my brain. But yeah, I am a Taco Bell stan, I'm not gonna lie. I am the target audience, I think. So yeah. But what's it called? And what shows are you up, Tiara? Which ones you got popping up? Again, I'm still stoked to see you. I'm proud of you too, dude. Over here just crushing all these shows, man. That's sick. And Rosa says, I only tried Taco Bell once and I don't remember it. I mean, I don't blame you. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I gotta organize. I have like this stack of like these like tray cards, they're called, for the CDs, and I have to like count out how many I have of each one. Because I gotta order CDs, because I just realized, like, wait a minute, I could save money, I have these. So yeah. And Subadeo says, I haven't, but I'll look them up. I've been seeing new stuff about the new items. Taco Bell's underrated, surprisingly affordable. Yeah, it really is though. Like, especially if you get the app. I know I'm talking about, because what I'm comparing it to is Del Taco, and Del Taco is only like slightly cheaper, low-key. But I don't know, I've been like straight optimal. What is the absolute cheapest lately? But what should I say? But yeah, especially if you get the Taco Bell app, not sponsored. I mean, if Taco Bell wanted to sponsor me, dude, I'd cry. I'd be so hyped, but not sponsored. But yeah, the Taco Bell app, dude, they have like these like online exclusive combos. Like you can get like the Crunchwrap Supreme plus a bean and cheese burrito plus the cinnamon twist plus a drink for $6 in LA. So it's like a whole combo for $6, and it's like a good amount of food. So yeah, would recommend. That's been like my go-to, especially when I was doing like Uber Eats and stuff, because I was like, dang, dude, I want to spend all the money I'm earning from Uber Eats on buying food to continue doing Uber Eats. So yeah. Yeah, Taco Bell app is the only fast food app worth downloading, in my opinion. El Pollo Loco was actually pretty good for a little bit, but it kind of went downhill. And McDonald's, McDonald's sometimes is pretty good. But Taco Bell, that online exclusive combo, dude, I'm telling you, undefeated. Yeah, we always start streaming just boom. What's wild though is one of my buddies said they actually like they have like a master's in business from UCLA, and they said they happened to go to school with like I think the VP of marketing at Taco Bell, and they're like, what are you doing here? You obviously know this stuff really well. Like you don't need to be in school. And they were like, it was like one of those things where they were like, yeah, they said they'd pay me more if I got a degree, so here I am. You know what I mean? But yeah, they told him that like pretty much what's interesting about Taco Bell is that like they're like, yeah, we primarily target like I think like 27-year-olds as our target demographic, and their reasoning was like, we know that sounds a bit old compared to like, you mostly see like kids eating Taco Bell or like college students, and they were like, our reasoning is that the younger people always want to be the next generation above them, like they look up to them, so we target the generation above our actual target demographic. And I was like, what kind of weird reverse psychology is this? But I mean, like, what do I know? I make anime jazz beats. You know what I mean? So yeah. Rosa says, grew up with El Pollo Loco. We bought some last year only to be confused. Oh, really? Grew up with Pollo Loco? Oh yeah, because they probably changed a lot of stuff since then. I feel that. I feel that. And Now Legal, dude, what's up? What's up, Now Legal? How you been, dude? How you feeling? How's your Tuesday? Anything new with you? And Atlas as well, dude. How you feeling, dude? You been at the skate park? That's what's up. Yeah, same, dude. I've been skating like every weekend, Atlas. This weekend I gotta take a break, or this week I'm skipping because I'm gonna go to a baseball game. But yeah, dude, I've also been shredding, dude. How you been, Atlas? You been getting any new tricks, dog? You been landing anything sick? And Rosa says, I can't tell if it's smart or just weird. Yeah, that's the thing, Rosa, is like the higher, like, like you ever watch like people talk about marketing and they think they have like big brain, like galaxy brain ideas, but they're actually kind of dumb, Roses? It's like there's like It's like you start with marketing where it's just like, I don't know, just post on Instagram. That's like, the galaxy brain meme as it like gets levels and levels deeper. Like the first level is just like post on Instagram and like tell your friends. Level 2 is like, I don't know, actually make and plan out your videos. Level 3 is like run the good performing videos as ads. And then level 4 is like, that's where you get like that's when the dumb ideas work, where it's like, I know, man, like if we put like a mirror in the middle of New York City and then have like 27-year-olds take selfies in front of it, that will like tell people in Canada that they should. It's like, what are you talking about? But yeah, like you have like there's a certain level of like how big you have to be to like for the dumb marketing to work. If that makes sense. But now Legal says, do we run in the show now, stage and everything? Oh heck yeah, dude. Gotta lock in for the scenes. Heck yeah, dude. Dude, congrats on getting the show going. Or you talking about you did the you were talking about Wicked and you were doing some play, right now, Legal? I mean, you said you gotta lock in. I don't know, when you get back, let me know. But I remember now. For some reason I was like, when you said that, I was thinking like, now Legal's running concerts? I was like, huh? But yeah, now I know what you mean. You're doing like musicals. But Atlas says, I'm trying, almost getting pop shove-its. I feel it, dude. Heck yeah. Like, are you just like flat ground or like up anything or like off like a, what's it called? Off like a curb or like a stair set? What are you doing pop shove-its on? And sweating like a pig right now, taking a break? Yeah, dude. Skating is like crazy cardio. Yeah, I've been like really big to be like, yo. Like whenever I skate, sometimes I'll let myself skate cardio the next day when I go to the gym. Just because I'm like, dude, I literally just did like 5 hours of cardio yesterday. Flat ground? Okay, sick. Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So this is super random. I don't know if this is going to help. Do I have anything in here? No, I don't got a skateboard in here. But, I don't know. You said you're trying to learn? Almost getting them? Okay. Atlas, here we go. Hopefully you can see me on the screen. So essentially, do I have a piece of cardboard I can stand on? I guess, I don't know. Hopefully this is big enough. So you're gonna be on the card, you're gonna be able to, oh, you can see it, okay, cool. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but let me move over. All right, Atlas, I got you on the impromptu Groovy Kaiju trick tip. All right, so for pop shove-its, you essentially, like you're just doing this, like you're just like pushing this foot forward and this foot backwards. So you're like, yeah, yeah, you know what I mean? And then, but the secret is you also have to just look in front of you. Like literally just look down straight in front of you and go, yeah. And then that's how you do it. So hopefully that helps. I don't know. That's how I learned them. I literally just stood in grass with my board like this. I just kept going, yeah, and just jumped right in front of me until once you learn them in grass, and it's a lot easier on concrete. So yeah, I hope that helps, Atlas. I don't know. But I learned them in the grass and just jump right in front of you and just do like both feet go like that. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Like a little like both feet need to move. So yeah. Now I learned them in like a day, I think. Kickflips is what gets you, dude. Kickflips take like 3 months to learn. Silvadeo said that's fair. True, true. With the cardio, yeah. And Atlas says that's what the guy teaching me said too. Okay, cool. Okay, well, hey, that's how you do it, man. that's how you do it. Rosa says you could use a fingerboard. Yeah, you could. I don't know where mine went, honestly. And I'm kind of scared that I lost it because I'm like, these aren't cheap. Yeah, where did it go? Oh, it's right. Oh my god, it's right here. But yeah, the thing about trying to explain what the fingerboard rows is that, like, I don't know, it's like the legs is like the important part. Because I could just be like, you know, both your, I guess that still work. Yeah, you're right, Roses. Never mind, take it back. So you're essentially doing that. And you just jump forward, it's like, yeah. Actually, that was a lot easier, Roses. You spin. That's funny. But speaking of, since we're on the topic of skateboarding, did y'all see I posted on my Instagram story? Someone modded Godzilla into Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and then somehow, I don't know how they did, they modded the Mustang Zero, my album, into the soundtrack for Tony Hawk Pro Skater. So they were essentially like playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater as Godzilla while listening to Mustang Zero within the game. And I was like, yo. And then they also modded it, so like it was like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I think American Wasteland or Underground, and they also modded it for when you do your spray tags in the game, it actually like spray tags the Groovy Kaiju logo. And I was like, yeah! They said, like, they tagged me in a video, and I was like, no way, dude, this is so sick! So yeah. And I guess real quick, Atlas says the problem is landing on them with both feet. Then you just gotta jump too. Like when has anyone taught you to jump, like lift your leg? When you jump, you want to like lift your knees too. So like don't like over exaggerate it, but like you can't just like, yeah, you have to like jump and lift your knees. So that's like the whole secret of skateboarding, is that like when they jump, they like essentially tuck their knees to their chest. So yeah. So not that you need to like over exaggerate it that much, dude, but like, you know, like when you do the, yeah, you want to also like, yeah, you know what I mean? So I know it's a lot of like body movement and keeping it real, Atlas. It's also just the more you do it, you have to build the muscle in your legs. Like you have to, like it won't make sense, and like you have to just keep doing it because like your legs just aren't used to doing that yet. So it's a lot of like, it's half like training your legs to have the power to do that to begin with. So yeah. So yeah, try jumping higher, but also just realize that like you're probably still building the muscle in your legs. And muscle memory, yeah, muscle memory too. Yeah, it's muscle memory, but I'm talking like if you were to go to the gym and just like do leg weights all, like that's your body's trying to learn that as well, like grow the muscle. Because yeah, I've kind of realized that as I've gotten older skating, that like if I can't do tricks, sometimes it's just I literally just lost the muscle to do that one particular trick. It's really weird. It's like sometimes it is the memory, but sometimes you can tell it's like, oh, I'm just not popping hard enough. That's weird. You know what I mean? So yeah. But Atlas says that's awesome for the video game mod. Yeah, and that's why I made the stream the title, what it feels like to be modded into a video game. Someone also modded Orca Adventure to Sonic Adventure. So like my song Orca Adventure into like Sonic Adventure 2. Every time I see someone mod me into a video game, I'm like, yo, this is so sick. You know what I mean? So yeah. So to answer the question, it feels pretty good. But yeah. But Roses also says, glad I started doing that, because that was another question I had if anyone did a mod like that before. Oh, yeah, okay, sick, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's happened. So I guess the Tony Hawk Pro Skater one, the one that just happened. And then, yeah, there was once I wrote like a Kaiju Club email about how someone modded Orca Adventure into Sonic Adventure 2. It's like on like a mod website too, I think called Game Banana. Like someone could download it. And it had like a couple downloads. I was like, hey, hell yeah. People were actually installing it. Like, yo, let's go. Three, 4, 5. But yeah, that was super sick. I saw it last night as I was going to bed. I was like, wait, hold up, this is so cool. But yeah, and what else happened? I'm on my last batch of my like cursed spaghetti. That's just like 3 different kinds of noodles combined, because literally just trying to clear out my pantry. And it's honestly pretty good, especially because all the noodles are like high protein noodles. I'm like, dude, and I add chicken to it, so I'm like, this is like, has to be at least like 60 grams of protein of pasta. So I've been yeah, I've been living life, dude. I've been kind of living life lately. And I'm super hyped because I have a bunch of friends visiting on Friday. Oh, that's like perfect. Oh wow. Because yeah, I have a bunch of friends that are visiting. Like literally, they got an Airbnb like down the street from me. So I just live in a 1-bedroom, so it's like 7 friends. And we're all gonna go to see the Angels play the Mariners, and for like the spring training thing. So I'm super hyped, and I'm excited to show them all the plays, because we actually have like a city pop bar out here, which is super random. Where it says mixed pasta sounds interesting. Yeah, it honestly, it kind of looks like slop, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Actually, if I could ask y'all's opinion, So here's the thing about this. So it's called Matsuri. It's super random Arizona lore, but it's called Matsuri or Matsuri. It's on Mill Avenue out here, and it's like a gastropub. So it's like meant for you to like, you know, hang out all day. I mean, not hang out all night and just drink. It's kind of like a cream fried chicken place where they kind of like encourage you to just hang out with your friends and eat a bunch of chicken and drink beer, except it's all like Japanese food instead. So it's pretty sick. But here's the thing. Have y'all heard this isn't my place to speak on, but have you heard of the 3.5 stars rule for like Asian restaurants? Which again, it was like another comedian, but it's not my place to be speaking on this. But anyways, the idea is that like you should get Asian food from places that have 3.5 stars on Google, because if it's 3.5 stars, that means the 3.5 stars means that like the food isn't bad. It's because like cultural differences, like service tends to be not very American, which Americans don't like, so they rate it down. But the food is so good, it gets so many ratings up that if it lands around 3.5 stars, it's like the perfect place for getting the best Asian food. Like you don't get the best Asian food at 5 stars, because then that means the service and the food is good. But if it's 3.5, it's the perfect balance. And Suido says, yeah, I've heard of this. If it's lower, it means that it bangs. Yeah. So this City Pop Gastropub is 3.8. So that's like 3.8. So you know, we're real close to 3.5. And real quick, Tiara says, do you play any video games? Yeah, I was playing a bunch of like Helldivers for a little bit. I played a lot like Gundam Versus, but I honestly, Tiara, I've been on my touch grass era. So I haven't played video games in a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. It's been like a hot second. Like I was gaming a lot last year, but then I kind of slowed down on it. I was actually playing a lot of like PUBG, funnily enough, because my buddies out here play PUBG. So how about you, TR? And Simply Dale says, yeah, I've heard of 3.5 stars, a bit lower if it bangs, yeah. And Rosa says, to be fair, people have a reputation of rating low for petty reasons, so I get that logic. They do, Roses, yeah. Sometimes what it makes you mad is that like, sometimes you get like 1 star, I ordered the wrong food item. And it's like, well, why'd you order it runs? Bro, what? You know what I mean? Like they'll take the accountability of they messed up and then still rate it 1 star. And it's like, well, why are you rating then, dude? But Simply Deo says, I'd say it probably still bangs. So I've been there, Simply Deo, and that's the thing. It does bang. It's really good. Oh, and Skyr says, yo, what up? What up, Skyr? Good to see you. I'm glad you're here, Skyr, because I need your advice on this too. So yeah, I have a bunch of friends visiting, and I want to take them there. They aren't like mega City Pop fans, but the food was just really good. And like for like a group of 10 people, it's like the perfect place for that. You know what I mean? Because it's like a gastropub, so it's meant for like large groups of people to just hang out and bullshit for like a few hours. But here's the thing. The service is really like dastardly bad. Like if you pull up, they'll be like, oh, hey, there's no one at the front. And if there is someone at the front, they'll be like, oh yeah, like, you know, I'll get you a table when I can. And they'll just leave. So I had a group of friends that like last time I heard someone went there, like out of my friend group, they went, told them, we'll seat you in a minute. And they just left and never came back. And then just sitting down themselves. And they were like, yeah, so cool, what do you want? Like they forgot completely about them. But they said the food came out and they were like, yo, this is really good. So what I'm bringing up, I think I'm gonna take my friends there, but how do I explain this to them? Like, I think I'm gonna give them the option in case someone's like, no, I just can't. But you know what I mean? But it's like the first place that like comes to mind of like, where can all 10 of us get food at? And Skyer says, I would take bad food over bad service personally. Oh, so you like the service more, Skyer? So you'd rather have good service with bad food than... Yeah. Let me know, Skyer. I'm confused a little bit. And Rosa says, also, even though the low ratings were supposedly correct, it's the experience that counts, right? I'd be curious about the environment and food. So the environment is so sick. Literally, Rosa's, all they play is City Pop bangers, like Maria Takeuchi. They'll play like... Teiko Nuki, they'll play Tatsudo, they'll play Henri. Like it's all, and then the whole theme is like 70s Japan. So they have like a izakaya looking thing, like, you know, the places like, you know, kind of like when you're like Golden Guy in like Tokyo, they kind of have that. But yeah. And Rose says, I agree with giving them an option. Okay, so do you think I'm explaining it good though? Do you think because the food is like, the karaage was like, it was so dang. It was like perfectly cooked. And Yeah, I'm jealous. It sounds beautiful. It was beautiful. It is really beautiful. That's the thing, is that it's a good place. It's just the service is bad, dude. So yeah. And Logan, dude, good to see you. How you doing? Yo, and Zaku, dude. Haha, that's fucking tight. Yeah, dude, Zaku. When you come visit out here with we're going there. We're going like you're putting your bags in this room, and we're going straight there because you need to see it, Zaku. You'd be stoked. So yeah, and Skyr says if the food is bad, it could probably just be a bad day. If the service is bad, it's probably be bad every day. Oh, I see what you're saying, Skyr. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I'll see what they think, because yeah, I'll see what they think. Do you think I'm explaining it good though? You think I'm explaining it good, like the idea? And somebody else says, give them an option for sure. Explain exactly like that, and it'll be worth it. Okay, Simply Dale, thank you. I literally, I was like, you gave me the exact answer idea. Thank you, Simply Dale. Okay, cool. I'll explain exactly like I did just now, or I'll like show them this video. I'll be like, hey guys, this is the place. Literally the VOD of this video. I'm not gonna do that actually. Yeah, I'm trying to say. And Rose says, you are. Okay, cool. Thank you, Roses. I appreciate the feedback. And to Delete the World. What up, my main man, dude? Good to see you. How you doing? How you feeling? How's your Tuesday? How's the game going, dude? Is it going good? And Logan says, bad service, greater than bad food. To be honest, because like if the service is ass, I just won't tip. If the service is good, I tip extra. If it's in the middle, I tip in the middle. I don't see why it's almost required. Yeah, Logan, you're kind of spitting. You're using tipping to, you know what I mean? As you think. I feel you. But yeah, I'll be honest, this is probably like top 5 worst service I've ever had in my life. No, I'm not gonna lie. But the food is so good. And Zaku says, so I have to sit through lazy top 5 place and shitty service. I mean, Zaku, so in terms of city pop lore, you would think it's lazy top 5, but how many other places can you just go and like, I mean, in Zaku, I did the Cynthia Revo, but you know, in LA we have some places where you can sit down and just listen to Henri eat food. In Arizona, this is like the only place you could sit down, listen to Henri eat some food. So yeah, it's not like Billboard top 5, but it is like city pop top 5. But I mean, like that's, you know, I feel like you gotta, beggars can't be choosers, you know what I mean? So yeah. And Sky says multiple options would be good just in case. Okay, sick. Okay, sick. Sounds good. Yeah. So I was thinking that. Let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking that. But let me keep this out before I forget. 70 RR. So, yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So I was thinking. We go to that place, and there's also like a really dank chicken and waffles place out here, low key. It's called Lolo's. It's super mega dank. They got like Kool-Aid and all that, and they usually play like straight like OJ's, the Whispers, like during like the dinner service. But it's just hella loud in there. I'm not gonna lie, because you know it's kind of like damn near a party. It's like a whole ass cookout as a restaurant. I'm not gonna lie. So I was thinking that could be our second best, but then again, it would be like a big table. So yeah. And then lastly, there's like a really good chicken wing place. So we'll figure it out. But right now, Matsuri's on the top of my list of places I'm going to recommend. And I think the backup will be Lolo's. And that place is good service. It's just hard to talk. But Logan says if the food is good, then just pretend that they're paid to get bad syrup. Logan. Just pretend like, yeah, man, like, you know, so this is one of those places where like they purposely give you bad service with the food. It's part of the vibe. It's what it means in Japanese is bad. I'm kidding. That'd be kind of rude. But Delete the World, game's going so good. Demos coming this week. Reaching out to streamers to play it. How you been? I've been alright, dude. Yeah. Just also, I moved recently, so it's been a lot of unpacking. Just trying to like, I don't know, juggle everything in life. I mean, like, I've said it on stream a billion times, but I'm probably gonna hire somebody soon. So really, just been last night. Literally, I was writing up like the job description, how I'm gonna like, you know, KPIs and stuff to make sure like I'm not being a bad boss and stuff like that. So just been super busy trying to like, you know, get life more streamlined so I can like think again, so I'm not always like running around. But I am very happy though. Lately I've been very happy, just been protecting my peace, been chilling. Thanks for asking, dude. And yeah, Delete the World is making a really sick visual novel that also turns, you know, but there's a twist. Like the gameplay, there's a gameplay twist. It's pretty sick. I was helped play testing it for a hot second, so would look into it if anyone's into like visual novels and stuff like that. The story is hella good. Loot the World wrote it. It's actually really, really good. I was telling them, I was like, one of the things I told them is that they perfectly captured what it's like to like date someone in middle school. And not that it's not like a good lolly virtual novel, but just like, you know, like let me take a step back. Whoa. But just, you know, like when it's like when you're first starting to like, when you first start to have a crush on someone and like how awkward it is the very first time, like they captured that perfectly. Like I'm like, dude, you wrote a hella good story. Like I really feel like I'm talking to the first girl ever again. You know what I mean? So yeah. Or like I'm flirting for the first time ever in my life again. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. There you go. Hopefully, I don't know. I hope that makes sense. That'll sound good. Anyway, but I'm always proud of you, man. Hey, thank you. You too, dude. Thank you. Hell yeah, delete the world. But Zaku says, ha, I know I'm just a piece of shit. Nah, dude, you're not. I know, you're just messing with me. You're just messing around, Zaku. But Rosa says, a suggestion, if they agree, I think figuring out a spot where everyone isn't hungry could also be a good idea. So that way the waiting would be less annoying. That's true. Yeah, if anything, Roses, maybe I'll take them there, like, not like when everyone's like, I'm starving. Like maybe we can go there for lunch or something where people like have a little bit more time to, you know, they're not like as hangry. That's a good point. That's a great point, Roses. Sick. Thank you, Roses. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll make sure to mention that too. And then Tiara says, I play Arc Raiders, Overwatch, and Battlefield 6. I think after this weekend I might try Marathon. Oh, sick. Did Marathon drop finally? So I remember there was like that big drama about how they had to like redo their entire like design language because they like end up stealing it from some dude. So I thought that was going to delay it quite a bit. But that's sick, dude. I still haven't tried Arc Raiders. And Battlefield 6, I was playing Red Sec for a little bit, two of my buddies. But Logan says, better than going one of those hippie burger joints where a basic cheeseburger is like $20 and they call fries shareable and it's two guys with a dream. It says established 1983, bad food and bad service. Yeah, you spitting, yeah. I feel you on that, Logan. Yeah, you spitting. Yeah, sometimes burger places do be trying to like really, what's it called? Trying to like, what's I trying to say? Like take the small business aesthetic too far. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, there you go. And Toledo says, yeah, it makes sense. Okay, cool. I'm glad I'm making sense with the Delete the World story. I didn't want to make it sound like you're like in middle school dating people. I think I'm crazy. It's not that at all. But yeah. And Logan says, with how you said first, I thought it was like a yandere. Something like, yeah, exactly. Groovy Kaiju out of context. Yeah, exactly. As I was saying, I was like, wait, this doesn't make any sense. And the Delete the World says, and Roses, I get it, that's nice. Okay, thank you, Roses. I'm glad you get what I mean too. And I'm glad that you also agree that it's nice. Because I don't know, when I was playing, I was like, wow, this is like kind of refreshing. Because sometimes, I don't know, dating makes you jaded. So it like was like fun. If that makes sense, I don't know. And it sounds weird. It's not like a dating, I don't know. You have to just play the game, dude. You have to just play the game. But Delete the World says, anyways, gotta work and eat. So I'll see you later. You're always in my thoughts. Hope you're killing it. Hey, thank you, dude. Enjoy working, enjoy eating, dude. And thanks for stopping by. I always appreciate you checking in on me, dog. Hell yeah. Hey, you're in my thoughts too, dude. And Zaku says, actual homies are down to just say fuck it and eat Denny's. No, you're spitting though. But you know, I don't know. I'm trying to be a good host. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be a good host. I'm sure if I told them like, dead ass, all we got out here is Waffle House, they'd be like, hey, fuck it. We're just stoked to clown. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm not trying to like show off to them. I'm more just trying to be like, because they're driving all the way from LA, Zaku, so. And I think none of them been to Arizona before, so I'm trying to like, okay, how do I show them like it's not just dirt out here, even though it kind of is just dirt out here. That's all we really got is dirt and rocks. And Logan says, dare I say Indago out of context? I just got the Godzilla got remastered Bandcamp description. I'm not that OG. Okay, yeah, Logan, I think you'd be like really young when that dropped. It's crazy you bring that up because I was listening to that the other day and I was like, this is so bad, but some of the lines weren't that bad. Some of them I was like, hey, you know what? Actually though, I can see the path from Indago to Goodbye Earth. You know what I mean? It was a progression. It took a while, but we got there. And Subideo says, it did. The artist was compensated and was added onto the team as a consultant. Wait, don't quote me on that, but I do believe it was an art consultant. Okay, sick. Yay, okay. Yes, Subideo, I'm glad I got the marathon delay right. Because yeah, when that news came out, I was like, that's crazy. Because it's like, dude, you're Bungie, bro. Like, come on, bro. Really, bro? You know what I mean? Like, to me, that was like, I don't know. I feel like artists have been really getting their teeth kicked in lately with like AI, corporate stealing. Like, it's just like, Jesus, when are artists gonna get a break? You know what I mean? Like, I can't complain too much because I'm thankfully doing not bad. You know what I mean? I'm actually doing pretty all right, but I don't know, for some of my like homies, I'm like, damn. I don't even just like my Aviscerall stuff. Like, my Aviscerall stuff's kind of got like, keeping it real, isn't doing the best because of AI stuff. Like, I haven't gotten, you know what I mean? And, you know, to be fair, it's not like all AI's fault, but, you know what I mean? Like, it's not helping, that's for sure. But, Skyr says fair, but they shouldn't have stolen art in the first place. Exactly, yeah. I agree, Skyr. They shouldn't have stolen art in the first place. So, yeah. And Silverdale says, agrees with Skyr, left an absolute bad stain on the company that won't be forgotten. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, dude. Because, yeah, the thing that's, like, a huge bummer, too, is because it, after seeing all the trailers for the game, I was like, this is so beautiful and, like, well thought out. Like, such, like, you know, I was just like, banger, dude. They got some real good, and then the fact that like the art direction is stolen, which is what kind of the whole point of the reason why the game looked good was because of the art direction, and that was stolen, was like, are you kidding me, dude? That's crazy. So yeah. Skyr, give it a few months, so no one forget what like they always do. True, yeah. But I mean, like, that's kind of like, I don't know, I think it's at this point, like, I think it's psychological warfare, Skyr. I think that's kind of like the game. That's the game these days of anyone in power is doing. Da-da-da. Put on my tinfoil hat. But who knows, man? I don't know. They were right about everything else. All the tinfoil hat people were right about everything else, so. Yeah. But Subideo says, yes, that ain't a lie. It looks even better now, in my opinion. Sick. True, true, true. And Logan says, yeah, AI's taking over lo-fi, sadly. It really is, dude. Especially because, like, I don't know, I keep seeing more and more articles of like, hey, like, you know, this AI artist just like broke the charts. I'm like, hey, you know, this AI artist made onto this playlist. And it's like, damn, dude. Really, bro? So yeah. And Rosa says, sucks, it's a mess out there because your latest drop is beautiful. Oh, thank you, Roses. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Roses. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still going to keep making my visceral stuff. But, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's definitely got to be something I like put on the back burner to like, you know, do it when I can. Because, yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like, I just can't invest as much into it as I'd like to these days. Because of like AI taking up space, if that makes sense. But yeah. And Logan says, personally, I don't think AI should be used at all in creative work, but in things that are hard to understand, like a properly run structure of business. I agree, Rose. Everything in its own time is so nice, bro. Oh, thank you, Logan. I appreciate the kind words on my new track too for Visceral. Yeah, I got one more Visceral track queued up, and then I'm gonna lock in on my save one. But yeah. Oh, mark this down. Trade cards. And then, personally, I don't think AI should be used in all creative work, but in things that are hard to understand, like for. Oh, I see what you're saying, Logan. Yeah. I think, yeah. I personally, honestly, I don't use any. I mean, I sample a lot, so like, I probably not the best person to be like, I don't use AI, but yeah, I don't. To my knowledge, I don't. All my plugins and stuff, they all don't use AI, and not that I'm like anti-use AI and creative tools at all, but Logan, you know what I mean? I don't know. I haven't met someone. I don't know, but personally, I haven't met anyone that was like, bro, I got the new AI plugin and like all my beats sound so much more dope. You know what I mean? So yeah. But I definitely think AI is helpful in like rubber ducking business stuff because like keeping it real, to your point, Logan, not many people really understand business stuff, so it's hard to find someone to like really truly understand what you're trying to say and stuff like that sometimes. So yeah, because you kind of have to like do it for years to know what's going on. But dude, Sasquatch, it's been a minute, dude. How you doing, Sasquatch? I haven't seen you streaming, dude. I saw you were streaming. Like I see the thumbnails, but usually I'm like on YouTube to upload YouTube videos, so I'm like, oh, I can't watch YouTube right now. But yeah, I mean, I see you putting it down. What was the last thing I saw you? I saw you play some Tokyo racing game. It was like you were driving like a Civic or something. I was like watching little like I hovered over it to see what you were up to. It's just like I saw like the clip of like you playing a racing game. I hope you've been good, dude. It's good to hear from you, Sasquatch. Doing a brake job on your Scion. Rear caliper isn't fully clamping. Unbolted it, pumped the brakes twice. Waking up at 8 a.m. the last day off to get the rebuilt caliper fixed tomorrow. Yeah, dude, that's what I hate about fixing cars, dude. It's just like sometimes it's just like you're halfway there, and at the last second you're like, I gotta get this other thing, and like, you know, it just kind of like puts your whole life on hold while you fix a car. It's like so annoying. But dude, good luck, Sasquatch, getting that done. I hope it goes well for you. I gotta turn on my AC. It's hot. It's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. I'm not gonna say the next part because that would be sus. But yeah, is it video with the Rock? Oh, dude. So this is probably no. I can't. Okay, let me not. Rosa says lol. Okay, I can turn this off. I think now I gotta print orders. Yeah, we got a lot. Dude, yesterday, I don't know what was going on yesterday, but thank you to everyone who ordered something yesterday, or everyone who woke up on a Monday morning and you're like, you know what? I gotta support Groovy Kaiju today, because yesterday was wild. We have I think I got like 15 orders yesterday, which I know, like, if you follow the stream, you're like, oh, that's like a normal amount, but it was just like, I don't know, per the amount of, it was random, just like, and it wasn't even from like, it was just people from all over were just like, today's the day. I was like, oh shit, let's go. So I'm gonna print those out right now. But I also got a lot of emails too. And I was finding emails before this. And Simply Dale says, any amount's a good amount though. Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm not complaining at all. I don't know. I guess I'll keep it real. Zaka says I gotta start keeping it real more. I mean, I do keep it real, obviously, but I don't know, keeping it real. The ad stuff, it auto scales. So essentially when I'm losing money, it's like, oh, let's not spend money. But when I was doing good, it's like, hey, we'll keep running the ad. So it's like, it automatically will show you depending on how good it's doing lately. That's how often it'll show up on people's feeds. And so right now it's kind of in a slump, but I still got a ton of orders. So it was like, oh shit. So like the ROI was a lot better. That's what I'm trying to say. But again, I'm trying. Sometimes it's me just being like, oh, I'm embarrassed. But sometimes I don't know. Sometimes it's like what Logan's saying. It's like if I start talking about ROI on stream, no one knows what I'm talking about. So yeah. But Pancorn, dude, good to see you. How you doing, dude? Hey yo, how you feeling? How you been? Because yeah, I mean, I guess since I'm already there, simply I got you. Yeah. What's funny too is because I respond to every comment on the ads. Because I don't know, I think of it this way, or the way a low-key basic printer explained it to me this way. It's like, imagine you walk into like a video game store, and you know, leaving the comments, like going up to the front desk and being like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And if you don't respond, it's just like as if they just like turned around and like never talked to you. You know what I mean? You're like, I don't know if I'm coming back to the store. So I try my best to, because it's like everyone's first interaction with Groovy Kaiju. So I try my best to be like, "Hey, what's up?" And like after that, it's like, okay, at least you know I'm a person. But anyway, so sometimes people will comment like, it's funny because when the ads are doing good, people comment like, "I see this like 10 times a day," and then like, and then when they're not doing as good, it's like you don't ever see those comments. I don't know. It's kind of fun. I don't know. It's just funny. It's silly. You get to learn human nature a lot better, which is honestly, I kind of like that. I'm kind of like a psychology nerd. But Pancorn said, "I'm chilling." Hey, that's what's up, dude. Heck yeah. What's funny too is NetNavi, so college roommate, we went to college together. They started off their major as computer engineering, and I went in for computer science. And then after a year of computer science, they were like, "This shit sucks." They went to psychology instead. And then they dropped out of college at like the last semester they dropped out. And so since then, I always call him a computer psychologist because I'm like, dude, you have like a piece of a computer science degree and a piece of psychology degree. So you put them together, that would be one whole degree in computer psychology. So that's my joke, because I'm always like, if your computer is acting up, have NetNavi go talk to it, help it through its problems. So yeah. And I don't know, I feel like that'd be silly. But Logan says, I just realized Groovy Kaiju isn't just a rebrand of Groovy Godzilla, but also a reimagination of it. Just like Robotaro is like greetings from Monster Island. I guess, yeah. You're kind of spitting, Logan. Honestly, I renamed it. Just my main intention was like trying not to get sued by Toho. So I was like, let me change it before, just because Pacific Plaza Records started printing my stuff for me, or like, you know, making tapes and stuff, and I didn't want them to get in trouble with Toho for selling something with the word Godzilla on it. So I was like, let me just blah. And but that being said, though, it was at like I came back from Groovy Godzilla to Groovy. I mean, you know, I had the whole like little mini hiatus for like a couple of years, renamed Groovy Kaiju. So I think it's more just like I grew as a person, and there was like a 2-year gap, so the progression wasn't as clean. If that makes sense. So it kind of is a reimagination, just because I grew in between Groovy Godzilla and then Groovy Kaiju, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. And Logan says, in Groovy of the Galaxy is like Godzilla saves Earth, except destroy all monsters is still Groovy, have more story building, so just Godzilla finds love or Godzilla Summer Vacation. That's another, yeah, Logan, you're piecing it together, yeah. They're kind of, that's another thing, Logan, is that, to your point, the first albums were all like, just like, you know, beat tapes. And then after Godzilla Saves Earth was kind of like me playing with the idea of story. And then Still Groovy was like the first, like, there's an actual story and narrative and lore that's happening here. And then since then, I've been really focused on building the world of Groovy Kaiju. And like, yeah, I don't know. You're onto something, Logan. Yeah, you get it. You get what I'm going for. So yeah. Thanks for calling it out, dude. I appreciate it. That's cool. So video says, that actually makes sense. I actually never thought about that. Like that helps with attention and people seeing how real you are. They're potentially be more willing to check out chain reaction stuff. I actually never thought about that. It helps with retention and with people seeing how. Oh yeah, with the comments. I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. I'm talking about something. But yeah, exactly. That's the reason why I reply to all the comments. Specifically, just Instagram comments. Like DMs is like its own like minefield. I'm not gonna lie. Like not in like a bad way, but just like I get a lot of DMs still. Even with like the automated like, hey, sorry, but please email me. You know what I mean? But I respond to the comments because most people's first interaction with Groovy Kaiju, but Groovy Kaiju, you know what I mean? I want them to at least be like, thanks for coming in to the show or something. Yeah, I don't want to say store because that feels kind of like, yeah, but you know what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm saying, Simply Dale. Even if it was like, I don't know. Even if I was like I think I mentioned that Crystal, whenever I see someone new, I try my best to be like, hey, how'd you find out about the show? How you doing? If anyone tells you anything weird, let me know. I'll beat them up for you. You know what I mean? Like, just make people feel welcome. So they're like, oh yeah, I belong here. You know what I mean? So yeah. And yeah, and that way, like, you know, even if they're feeling lonely, at least I could be like, if they're like, I don't know, get a drink and they're like, I'm still kind of lonely, I could be like, you know, talk to these people, you might like them. And then I'll, you know, because I don't know, like I'm kind of on a tangent here, but like even with Crystal stuff, if I could tell someone was more introverted and they were kind of just hanging out by themselves, I wouldn't like force them in social situations. But if I was like, I could tell they're looking for like a friend group to hang out with because it was their first, they came alone, I'd be like, hey, you should meet these people, they're pretty cool. And if they're all extroverted, they'll be like, yeah, come on, you're under our wing now. And you know what I mean? And then they end up making friends and stuff. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, I'm rambling. Sasquatch says, at least I got Tokyo Extreme Racer for the PS5 physical copy from Korea, so now I can relax tonight. It finally arrived. Hey, that's what's up. But since I have to get my Sonic XP fixed before sundown tomorrow because I have to go back for vacation on Thursday, work sucks sometimes. Yeah, dude, I remember you were saying you were like working, dude. They were working you for a hot second. But I'm glad to hear you got Tokyo Extreme Racer. That game is so good, dude. And I'm glad to hear it made it safe and sound. And yeah, dude, you're chilling. That's what's up, Sasquatch. And go Bonds go, dude. Good to see you again. How you doing? How you feeling? Yeah, I was just responding to emails before this, but honestly, go Bonds go. I got like a lot yesterday, so for some reason, it was like they just like everyone was like boom all at once. So I'm getting through emails. I'm gonna get back to you as soon as I can. But how you doing, man? How's your stuff going? Are you doing the D&D streams pretty soon? Right? I think so. I'm sorry to squinch. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, all good. Tomorrow's the big day. Okay, cool. Sick. I had a feeling. That's sick, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, if anyone's on Twitch and you like D&D, you should click on Go Bonds Go and see they got like a D&D thing going on tomorrow. I think this is everything, right? Yeah. And Logan says, I guess that's why the Mafia series is a mixtape, like you said, mainly for vibes. It's dedication. Yeah, exactly, Logan. Yeah, I don't know. One day I gotta like sit down and like fix the lore of Groovy Kaiju. I got like Aviscerall. Yeah, my stuff is so. As someone who does marketing, I'm doing all the marketing sins. I have so many. I have Groovy Kaiju, Aviscerall. I got like this mixtape series means this. This one means this. It's like you need like a goddamn, like you know those like Kingdom Hearts timelines that are all just like all over the place. I'm gonna have to build like the Groovy Kaiju world map to explain. Which I shouldn't have to do that. I should just be a lot more simple. So yeah, but the Mafia series, yeah, it's supposed to be kind of like going back to my, I guess if you now that you bring it up, it's kind of like going back to my OG stuff that was more just like mostly mixtapes of music. So yeah. But speaking of that, Simply Deo knows, but I guess since the update I sent the Moss Kingdom people in Simply Deo, I have finished one more song. It's called Emerald Hunter. Dude, it's so good. Oh man, like I know this is like a weird way to compare, but I've been using I don't know, it's for like my mixing and mastering. Sometimes I'll listen to like mainstream music just to see, because you know they like pay like billions of dollars to get their stuff professionally mastered. And I lately, my favorite mainstream song that's really I'm gonna sound kind of goofy, but my favorite mainstream song for like mixing lately is That Boy Is Mine by Ariana Grande, because the bass on it comes in like boom 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 boom, like the bass just cuts, dude. It cuts so good. So I put on Emerald Hunter and like that song right after, and I'm like, my bass is cutting a little bit better. So I'm so hyped. And it's just a crazy jazz song, dude. Like it's just like in those horns, like I don't know, you have to hear it. But September, dude. September. But Rosa says, I appreciate the gesture of introducing people to others because I get the struggle of trying. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that and like, have you seen the memes, Roses, of like every introvert is just waiting for their extrovert to like take them under their wing or something like that? Or I forgot the meme of that, but it's like something about like introverts always have their extrovert to like help them out or something like that. So yeah, I very much do that. I'm like kind of like, I think I'm definitely super extroverted, but I have some small introvert tendencies, but I'm definitely I love being like introverts. Come with me. You know what I mean? We're gonna take over the world together. So yeah. And Go Bonds Go said, I attached a promo poster my girlfriend drew. Oh, sick! Hell yeah, dude! I'm stoked to check it out, man. Hell yeah. And looking forward to the New Game Plus edition drop. Hey, thank you, Go Bonds Go. Yeah, I'm same here, dude. Be yourself and love somebody. Is gonna be on streaming services. I'm so hyped. So yeah, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna check out that. Actually, I'll check it out right now, dude. Why not? Actually, no, I'm sorry. I have too many tabs open. I'll check it out when I just stream you. I'm sorry. I'm like, oh. But heck yeah. And Logan says you need a hard drive full of oceanfront lore. I mean, yeah, pretty much, dude. I kind of do. Like my whole everything backed up. You kind of do need a hard drive. But yeah. And Sasquatch, Real Caliper, decided to fail. DIY mechanic. I mean, I'm pretty decent mechanic at suspension and brakes, but much better at paint and body repairs. I went to college for. Oh, it's cool. You went to college for paint body, dude. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm a DIY mechanic too. But yeah, sometimes it's just annoying, dude, doing stuff yourself sometimes. I've kind of hit the point where I'm like, I'll stick it to a shop, dude. I'd rather spend the time trying to find a good but cheap shop than like, you know what I mean, trying to like fix everything myself. Because it kind of is worth the money, dude. Because yeah, I don't know. But sometimes you gotta do it yourself. So that's sick that you have the skills. So yeah, that's cool. You went to school. I don't know. That's cool, Sasquatch. That's super cool. I feel you, dog. But 404, dude, good to see you. How you doing? How you feeling? Hey, yo, Ariana Dan Schneider vibes? Yeah, pretty much, dude. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's wild how she went from like child actor to like mega pop star. It's like a whole thing there. But Rosa says, seeing a story we put together is cool. You can reintroduce some stuff to a new story. I'll make a reference to that video game when you talked about once. Point fans a new direction. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Rosa's like the video game story we've talked about on stream a bunch. It's definitely going to be a continuation of the overall story. And yeah, so that like the new video game with like Legends of the Empire is going to be like another like narrative Groovy Kaiju album. And yeah, we're on the same wavelength, Roses. You already know. So yeah. And Rose, I haven't seen the extrovert meme, but it's funny. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, it's somewhere out there. I don't know. I've seen it presented as a bunch of different ways. Like once it's like a pie chart, once it's like an actual like picture meme. But yeah, I feel that. And the Sasquatch says, I mean, I'm pretty decent at mechanic and suspension. Oh, no, we were talking about that. Logan says, there's one band called Leisure that has a super vibrant, bright, warm mixes, and low-key makes you feel good because the frequencies, I don't explain it. Yeah, honestly, like there's some frequencies that just get you in an extended mood. Yeah, exactly, Logan. Like, I don't know. I've noticed that with myself. Like, there's certain, like, a lot of my music is microtonal, my friends will call it. Like, my actual, like, went to college for music school friends will tell me that. And, it's not that I do it on purpose. It's just for some reason, dude, to your point, certain frequencies to me just tickle my brain a certain way. And I'm like, this kind of sounds sick. Don't know, you know what I mean? It just sounds better like this to me. And yeah, so I feel you. Sometimes like, you know, your brain just kind of like, sometimes just literally likes a certain wavelength. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, Sasquatch says the new music in Tokyo Extreme Racer is fire. Heck yeah, dude. Is by any chance, you know, have Days Gods in the soundtrack, or was that a different game? Because there's a couple artists I follow that like low-key had the what's it called? That like there's a few artists I follow that like said they were in that game, I think. And I think Days God was one of them. I don't know. If you happen to know, let me know. Sasquatch. Actually, no, I did, yeah. And then cool, got that. And Gobon's Ghost says you're all good. How's the new place coming along? It's going along good. Yeah, so we're pretty much unpacked for the most part, Gobon's. But yeah, the last thing I've been doing is just pretty much have to set up my like living room. Like I just set up the vinyl today because pretty much I had to test out a vinyl that I got for William the Monster Kingdom. So I had to test that out today. So I finally got that set up, but I still have to set up like my Xbox and stuff. But for the most part, everything's unpacked. And the studio is in working condition, so that's good. Thanks for asking. And you have any examples of the microtonal parts? It's more just like when I time stress the song. Sometimes I'll time stress stuff to be rather than like in even increments of like 100 cents. Sometimes I'll do 137 cents because it just sounds better. That little like slight thing. So then some of the notes end up being in between. Like that's what microtonal means. It's not like a C note or like a D note. It's like in between. Because each note's 100 cents an increase in pitch. So like a C, I think, what was it? Elvis has died by drinking Gator or something like that. I don't know. I forgot how you say it. But like each note is 100 cents more pitch in even increments. And the in between is like what it means to be microtonal. So yeah. So like I remember once someone sent me a video of them trying to play Long Beach Airport on the piano. Like my song Long Beach Airport, but they're like, I kind of can't because it just don't work. You know what I mean? Like the piano don't play those notes. So yeah. And like you could tell that's what they were playing, but it was still kind of just like, something's not right. You know what I mean? So yeah. But Logan says Friday the 13th is the Chipotle BOGO entree day and you get Plus Edition drop. Oh yeah, I also didn't realize that I'm dropping it on Friday the 13th till like too late. And I was like, oh well. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is like some kind of Chipotle and I gotta like collab on a get the new Chipotle bowl while listening to Distraught Monsters. Tell them hit me up, dude. But yeah. And 444 all jokes low. Yeah, no worries. I know what you're coming from, Aldo. Yeah, or 444 444. I was just playing along with you. I like a good joke. But Sasquatch says, cool, you're able to make music. I never wanted to work in a complete factory. I wanted to fix old cars and paint and weld. I wanted to resurrect history. I don't have the budget to live my dreams yet. I think we were talking about this before, Sasquatch, about like, you know, you wanted to like do the streaming thing and everything. I feel that. Yeah, it's just I think we were talking a bunch about how, like, you know, sometimes, you know, it just takes time. You got time and you got to put the reps in. But that being said, though, you know, I don't want to like minimize what you're going through, because yes, you know, being financially, not having the finances to like take a leap is, you know, it's tough, dude. It is tough. So yeah. All right. I'm bad. I'm trying to read the chat as fast as I can. I'm like, I think I'm all caught up. Okay, Logan says, if I listen to a song with the same type of mixes, like those leisure songs, then listen to a dark rap beat, listen to Wu-Tang Clan. After Effects just made me car sick. I don't know. No, I feel you on that. You get the goosebumps, Logan? Speaking of frequencies, like in like actually physically getting changed by music. Certain songs, dude, they'll give me goosebumps. Like I'll hear it and I'll be like, my whole body will just. Does that happen to any y'all too? Like Roses, Simply Deo, Skyra, do you get goosebumps from music? Because I heard it's like an actual, like, you know, not like a problem or anything, but just like scientifically, it means you have this thing, this condition, if you get goosebumps from music. But you know, I feel like that's enough proof that, like, yeah, music can physically affect your body. But what do I know? And Gobans Go says, oh, I see. And you got a million combos happening at once right now. Impressive juggling your chat, low key. Oh, thank you. Nah, you know, we've been doing this. We just all hang out. It's cool. We're all just hanging out, talking. But thank you. I appreciate the kind words on that and being like, you know, recognizing what I'm doing. But yeah. And then Sasquatch says, if things don't improve job hunt wise, my current job sucks, maybe I'm going back to Arizona. Hey, if you're out here, dude, bro, we got to shred. And the data centers have caused one. Oh, that's wild. Oh, data centers, no. That's wild, dude. I'd be so pissed if a data center moved in. My rent went up. And so once my landlord sells his house, no more $450 a month. Oh, that's super cheap rent. But yeah, I would be pissed. Yeah, Sasquatch. I mean, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't leave that much. But yeah, if you're in the area, dude, hit me up, dude. We can go skate. You can't skate like all the time, but you know what I mean? I'll be skating on Saturdays. I'm saying. But yeah, good luck, dude. Hopefully, you know, your landlord will like understand that they can't. That's kind of wild. But 444 says, you dance with Mary Jane. Is that a euphemism for something? You trying to ask if I partake in the devil's lettuce? Because I don't. But or is you actually asking if I legitimately dance with someone named Mary Jane? I don't know. You got it. You know what I mean? Let me know, 444. If you don't mind. But Logan, does it give me goosebumps? Like, it'll physically make me feel sick? I don't know. F science, bro. Like, my brain's reasoning that sound physically moves your eardrums. I feel that, yeah. Just, you know what I mean? Yeah, it technically, yeah, it's all sound is just moving little eardrum inside your, what's it called? But it could also be, because, isn't it, you ever see that, I don't know if you've seen this before, Logan, but like Mythbusters did a thing where that's like, the reason why you get nauseous is because like your ears and your eyes, like, you know, oh, I'm sorry. The reason why you get car sick is because your ears and your eyes don't like agree. Like, so it causes you to get like actually, if you know, because like your ears are like, I feel like we're not moving fast because I can't hear the air. And your eyes are like, no, but we're totally just sitting down going fast. So your brain gets confused and it makes you puke because it just can't understand what's happening. So it might be something like that, Logan, where like, you know, just the way your ears do control like, you know, your physical wellness. So it could be something different than that. I don't know. That, or to your point, you know what? Maybe it's just maybe it's something not science related at all, Logan. Maybe I'm just way off. Might be spitting. And that's what it does, especially with the notes and the bass lines. When it hits just right, it's when we gotta just stop, take it all in. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I love it when I hear music just like hanging out with a homie or something, and it's just like, I don't know. For me, I love like a good drop. Not like an EDM drop, but like I don't know. Trying to think. Who was I listening to? I don't know. I like have you heard of Spill Tab? Spill Tab was on the Danny Brown podcast, and I hadn't heard any of their music. And they just have like really good songs. And I like how like this is one song where it's just like the beat itself sounds like it's like chugging along, and just, I don't know, stuff like that is just like gotta stop and just appreciate the rhythm of it all. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, music, dude. Actually, kind of good. Not gonna lie, music kind of bangs. Who would have thought? But yeah, go Bosco. Bro, I have trouble juggling just one chat in a stream. No, I feel that. I mean, I don't know. Like, yeah, I just be talking to people. I don't know how to do it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I am worried though if like the stream were to ever get so big that it's just like, I don't know how Kai Snat and all them do it. We're just like, because that I think I'd get overwhelmed. But at that point, I think you're more just like asking like yes/no questions. You know what I mean? And but even I think that's why they do the whole thing where like a lot of streams they'll just go and like one by one watch memes or submitted videos from people, just so they can still have that like, conversation with individual people, but at the same time it's with like a group of people also saying yes/no. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't know, one of these days. But if we even get there, hopefully, I don't know. It's like weird because I want to shoot for the moon, but at the same time I'm like, dang, but like it's cold up there, you know what I'm saying? Shoot for the stars, but sometimes I'm like, dang, they're kind of far. But I don't want to like, anti-manifest myself, if that makes sense. But Logan says, it doesn't make me feel like I don't listen like a bright song before it. I don't know why Future Funk doesn't make you feel like that, no matter what song it is before or after. Huh. Yeah, I don't know, Logan. Yeah, if you ever figured it out, let me know, because yeah, it sounds like you got a special connection to music. And okay, since Logan said, oh no, I saw reply to Roses. Rose says, never really noticed is over the mood of the song, over or excitement. I've only cried over how much a song touched me a little. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really, so that's super sick, Roses, that like music can touch you to make you cry. Low key, same here. But to me, I don't know, I've never like heard a song and just like completely bawled to it. But there's been a couple times where I've been like, I don't know, I've been in public, like trying to like, be a grown man, and I'm just like, this song is beautiful. Like, single tear. This song is fucking beautiful, man. So yeah. So music has brought tears to my eyes. I mean, some of my own music. Sometimes when I'm making music, it'll like just give me that emotion. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. So I feel you on that, Roses. But I've never like heard a song. I'm like, they understand me so much. I don't know if that's what you're saying. But sometimes I don't know, like Anthony Fantano. Sometimes I watch his videos. So he'd be like, I heard this rap album and I cried for 3 hours in my room. And I'm like, damn, bro. I mean, I'm glad that you meant that much to you. You know what I mean? But yeah. But Gobans Go says, I don't get physical goosebumps. But I do get that funk stink face when the bend, no bend's just right. I have a feeling he's talking lettuce. Okay, yeah, 444. They were asking about the devil's lettuce. Okay, sick. Okay, then my bad, 444. And Low Hum Comatose, a great song. It's a great jam. Okay, sick. Yeah, future me when I rewatch the VOD, look into Low Hum by Comatose. It's a great song, and 444 says it's a great jam. I'm stoked to hear it, dude. Thank you for the recommendation. But yeah, I get a ton of stink face, dude. I don't know. I put on, literally, that's like every time. Like I was re-listening to Emerald Hunter this morning, and I was just like, as soon as the bass comes in, I was just like, just nasty, dude. So yeah, I don't know. I actually have a really good, I probably should post it in the Kaiju Club. I have like a green screen picture of me just making a crazy stink face. Maybe one day I'll see who have like who can make the best stink face of me competition in the Kaiju Club once if it ever gets like super big or something. But yeah. An example, In Motion by Vantage. Oh yeah, I think I've heard that. I don't know, re-listen to In Motion by Vantage when I watch the VOD. Because I think you're more, I'll admit Simply Adeo. I think you're more versed in your Vantage knowledge than I am. I mean, I like Vantage. I have a bunch of Vantage stuff in my playlist, and it's funny too because I like know Vantage more from like hanging out with him than I do like his music. Not to like be like, yeah, look at me, I flex, but you know what I mean. It's just okay. I guess I'll keep it real. Like I think out of like listening, Macross has always been like one of my favorites. So and I like some of the Vantage songs, but then I became more of a Vantage fan. I'm like a fan of the person Vantage more than his music, if that in like a weird way. You know what I mean? Because I've hung out with him enough where I'm like, this is a cool guy. You know what I mean? So yeah. I assume some people probably feel the same way about me. But you know what I'm trying to say. Doesn't mean, and when I say fan, I mean like acquaintance. But you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Every time I see a Vantage song, I'm like, hell yeah. I want to see that guy win because he's cool. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm glad that you're keeping me on my toes on my Vantage knowledge, Sibley, because I should spend more time listen to his stuff. Because you do be having a banger sometimes, I ain't gonna lie. And Logan says, I haven't seen ya. Gotta go to a barbecue. Oh, okay, sick. You can let's talk to you when labels to change my email so the TLD's LLC. It's me. Have a nice one, dude. Enjoy the barbecue. Logan, thank you for calling me Tortureless 2124. It's always funny. And you got every single alias. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, Logan. This video said the pros and cons of streaming. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's been fun, dude. I know you're just talking about the general pros and cons, but we making it work. I'm chilling at the end of the day. And the day, dude, I'm just chilling. I ain't gonna lie. At the end of the day, dude, I'm just chilling. And plus, I don't want to get like too cause I don't know. I was like talking to Navi a bunch too. I was like, what if I did end up becoming more of a streamer than a musician? How would I feel about that? And then Navi was kind of like, I mean, you probably won't. And I was like, okay, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Not that I'm like anti it, but it's just, I don't know. I just love music so much. But streaming's been fun too. It's been cool to just hang out. And like, again, since I'm doing all my orders, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. It's kind of like, you ever seen like those videos on Instagram Reels of like people who are like, I remember I saw one of like some musician and she was like, yeah, I was like trying to promote my music. So I started making like puppet shows on Instagram Reels. And then my puppet show started blowing up. And now I'm stuck being a puppet show creator for kids when I wanted to be a musician. You know what I mean? Which is, sometimes life comes at you fast, you know what I mean? But I was kind of thinking that myself too. Like, what if I end up like becoming like a crazy Kaisenat streamer or something? But then again, I kind of wouldn't be, have you heard of Black Boy Max? They're like a streamer too, but they like will stream themselves rapping and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty sick. That's like kind of like a perfect blend. So I don't know. We'll see. Oh, life comes at you fast. We'll figure it out. But Sasquatch says, playing in the new Tokyo Extreme Racer in challenge mode with the oil and engine coolant temperature and turbo boost gauge. Touch button, it's hard, but a vibe. That sounds like a vibe, dude. Yeah, I like it when, as I've like started getting more into cars, it is really nice to have like racing games that are like so specific to like everything you would actually have to do if you were like a professional racer. I think that's super sick. All right, kid. And then maybe I'll do these last just so I can lock in and write the notes later. Cause yeah, I gotta write notes for all of these. No, I can write the notes right now. I do it. But anyways, Go Bonds Go. Oh, talking about the Roses. I had a couple of times where a song was like it's talking about whatever I'm going through, like dang, it's a shuffle playlist. What are the odds? Well, I've been there. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know. I feel like sometimes, dude, synchronicities be happening, dude. Go Bonds Go. I agree with both of you and Roses. Sometimes they just kind of like music's kind of crazy. Because I think good music is just when you write music that's like authentically about something you've truly experienced as a human being on the planet. And even though we're all very different people, we're not that different at the same time. It's like quite the contradiction. So sometimes you're like, I feel like I'm the only person that's ever been raised on a cow farm, and my dad was also an engineer of farm analytics. I'm gonna write a song about it, and like you're gonna find the other 100 people that are like, the song is just like me, because it's like, yeah, because it really is. You know what I mean? But it's just super niche. But yeah, I don't know. I hope that makes sense. And Rosa says, "Lo, I've been there in public. It was a panic because I didn't want to explain why I'm crying." Oh, I feel that, Roses. Oh. Well, I'm glad to hear that people actually came up to you, Roses, and be like, "Are you okay? Like, what's happening?" You know what I mean? I'm glad that people came to your rescue, even though you were like, this song is just so good." You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty cool. And Sasquatch says, "Car can overheat and you can't drive fast, drive slow, parking lot, go off the car." You gave me some detail, but let's think that's sick, Sasquatch. Hell yeah. Yeah, overheating is like kind of like really what's it called? It's like so specific because it's like an actual real thing. I've been there a couple times in my car where it's like, you know, I'm kind of running it hard, and then like I'm like, oh, my temperature gauge is going up. I want to slow down. You know what I mean? So that's like they added that. And Go By Music says, "Oh, dude, the ad you post from 160 where you pull the stink face punch in the camera, that was when I was like, oh shit, this guy makes dope shit. Not even kidding. Embrace that stink face." Okay, sick. I'll keep that in mind. Go Bonds, go. Yeah, I have like the oh no, I'll have to find it. I'll pull up on stream or something one of these days. And then Simply Dale says, "Makes complete sense. It's just preference at the end of the day." Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I know, like for example, I know sorry to bring you into Zaku, but I know Zaku really likes night tempo. Like they're like they listen to a lot of night, or not, they don't listen to a lot of future funk these days. I would see Zaku's gonna come in here and be like, "I don't listen to future funk," but I think night tempo is like one of Zaku's favorites. But I like some friends that like Uniwall is their favorite. I mean, I feel like we all have our own little like, not like the favorite, but you know, we all got our own slice of future funk that we're like, no, I really fuck with this. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I know Lucky Talisman, when I met them for the first time in Seattle, they pulled up in a Vantage like jacket, like, "Yo, Vantage is #1, baby." You know what I mean? So yeah. But I think I've always been like, I don't know, St. Pepsi. That's the guy. St. Pepsi is like #1, and then Macross is like close second for me. But Ryan is just like, gets it. My man's gets it. You know what I mean? I don't know. And then Go Bonds Go. Initial She is my, oh my god, Initial She. Initial D is my shit, dude. I have an Akina Speedstar sticker on my window, and Eurobeat testifies on my bumper. That's it, on my bumper. Not directly car. Oh my god, my mouth is blah blah blah, but not directly car related. But speak why? Okay, I think also I just can't read. But I know what you're saying. Go Bonds Go. That's sick though. That's super sick. You got a whole like Initial D like accessories on your car. Yeah, Initial D is kind of like, it's super lit. And Pink Floyd Mayweather, that's such a sick name, dude. Love the shirt and can't get enough of the music. Much love from ATX. Oh, that's Austin, right? Is Austin? And haha, for real, the stink face is legendary. Hey, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. And I'm going to like a shirt, dude. Yeah, I tie-dyed it myself. This is my own tie-dye. It's from my old show I used to run. So I had a bunch of like leftovers from after the show ended. So I was like, you know what? Let me just tie-dye these and be able to use them. And like, I don't know why it comes out like this, but for some reason, like the CRT filter, like makes it look like, I don't know if you can tell, but this green on my sleeve turns purple for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't know. It looks extra cool with the filter. So yeah, thanks. I appreciate it, Pink Floyd. And Roses says the hydrate. Thank you, Roses. And Sasquatch says, but putting in the game is wild. How you pull over 3 races. Pretty cool challenges from the beginning. I feel that, dude, Sasquatch. I feel that, Sasquatch. Yeah, yeah. Racing games they could be kind of difficult. And then Dale put the, is that Discoholic? True. Dude, disco. Do you hear the new disco song, Sparkle On? Low key, I'm not gonna lie, I've been slacking. I haven't heard the whole song yet. I feel like such a bad friend and fake fan. I really love Disco's work. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like a huge Discoholic fan. Honestly, my favorite vinyl I own is Discoholics Anonymous. Not even kidding. It's such a pretty vinyl, and like the music is amazing. But I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping on Sparkle On, dude. As I know it came out. You know what I mean? And that's the Super says yes and yes in your own time. Check it out. All right, for sure. And Rose says that's the one song that made me emotional since I mentioned that. Lol. Okay, cool. That's funny. We're like just slowly got there to, you know what I mean? Go Bonds Go. I should check it out too. Yeah, honestly, you should check out all Discoholics music. Discoholics music is like, it like, you know, like sometimes they say like, you know, talent, you're just born with it. Like Disco is one of those people that's just, they're just born with it, dude. They're so good, dude. They're so good. It's just like, yep. We're all just trying our best to have a fraction of Discoholic's power as a musician. Also, what's really adorable is someone in are they in Monster Kingdom? Yeah, they are. Yeah, someone in Monster Kingdom. Their wife reached out because I guess their birthday was like coming up, and they're like, hey, can you like send me a video of you just telling them happy birthday because they'd be so stoked on it. And I was like, yeah, sure. So I sent them like literally like a 30-second phone call from me, just like, yo, what's up, man? Happy birthday! And the wife was like so stoked, and then they told me the whole story of how they met. It was so adorable. But I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the first name. I'll just say the first name is Christian. It's like it was such an awesome story, and like I've been talking to both of them. Yeah, Rose is all yeah. But what's hella funny though, she said like when they started dating, like Christian had already been like a huge supporter of my stuff, so they had a bunch of stuff, and you could have like air fresheners and like the plushie and all that. They had all of it in their car. So she's like, yeah, when we met, I was like, he just really likes dinosaurs, doesn't he? So like, it wasn't like they were dating for a cool minute that she was like, why do you have all this dinosaur stuff? And he was like, oh, it's this guy named Groovy Kaiju. He makes really good music. And she was like, oh. I thought that was just like you just really like dinosaurs. Oh, I thought that was so funny. I thought you just really liked dinosaurs. Which I thought, Rose's Lamau. Yeah, I know. I was like dying laughing. But it was adorable though. It was super cool. And somebody does the Discoholics insanely go to very nice in person too. Yeah, every time I hung out with Disco, dude. You met him. I love how Disco's like the same person online as he is in person. One thing, did I tell you this simply, Dale? I still feel I've never felt worse in my life. But once, I think I've already told the story. I'm sorry, but we were hanging out at Data Girl and Nanostrand's house. Because it was like I think it was a group friends. I don't know, Fiverr, Disco, and all them were in town. We were all hanging out down at Disco's house, and we got like a big like Taco Bell Fiesta pack, right? And like Disco grabs a taco, and like you know how you eat a taco sideways, he ate it like forward, like like this is my hands of taco. He ate like rather than like you know what I mean? So I was he's from the East Coast. I was like, Disco, that's not how you eat tacos, man. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, you see, your mouth is horizontal. And the taco is wider than your mouth, so you want to turn the taco. And okay, you remember me telling this? And then he was like, Groovy, I'm not that dumb, bro. I'm trying to be funny. I was like, oh. I was like, and he was like, do you really think I'm that dumb? I'm like, no, Disco. I don't know, man. I just thought you didn't have Mexican food because you're from the East Coast. I feel so bad, dude. But anyways, yeah, Disco is such a nice person in person. If I lived in the East Coast, I'd be hitting him up every weekend. Like, bro, we gotta kick it all the time. Because Disco is so fun to hang out with. Go Bonds Go. Yeah. So Discoholic does also make future. Well, I mean, so here's the thing about Disco. Go Bonds Go. I think they make proper disco that takes, and this is gonna sound so pretentious, but they make actual disco, just it takes notes from future funk. So it's like as if disco was made in 2026 and like future funk already had, you know what I mean? So it's just like top tier, like really good like disco pop music that will, but it has future funk kicks, will side chain and stuff, but it's not just like, you know, looping like I'm the best anime. I don't know how to describe it, but that's my future funk impression. You know what I mean? But it's just like proper, like really, it's like very Quincy Jones. Like it's like, dude, what the heck? So yeah, I don't know. It's gonna sound, yeah, it's like as if like Quincy Jones put on a disco helmet and was like, "This is who I am now." That's what Discoholics music sounds like in like all the best ways. But somebody, okay, I just read your message. I'd say more disco side of future funk. I still include in future funk for sure, but the sound produces so much more disco. Yeah, okay, somebody, I hope me and somebody both explained it the same way, I think. But yeah, okay. I didn't read your message first. I should have read your message already. Somebody, I'm going in order. Let's wait. I'll check it out. Okay, cool. And I'm glad I didn't retell it. My bad for telling it again. But I'm glad y'all remember and you also enjoyed it. But go Bonds go. I have a friend who eats burgers and vertical tacos, horizontal, no joke, not even a bit. Dude is an enigma. Horizontal tacos is aight, but he does it wrong still. Okay, that's wild that you have a friend. Okay, I'm glad. It makes me feel slightly better, go Bonds go, because I really was like concerned for disco in that moment. You know what I mean? So I'm glad to hear that you're yeah, I mean, I'm not wrong for thinking there's at least one person out there that does this. And go Bonds go, you know them. So thank you. But Sasquatch says, I love watching anime, believe me, work too much hip on anime. Yeah, dude, I still need to watch Witch of Mercury. I'm gonna see my buddy today at the gym. I already know he's gonna ask, yo man, did you set up your PS3 yet to watch that Witch of Mercury Blu-ray I bought you? I don't have to be like ashamed. You know, what like a, you know, like Dark Souls is like, you died. That's how I'm gonna feel. I have to tell him I haven't had the time to set up the PS3 yet. He's gonna be like, bro, I got you a gift though. How dare you? But so yeah, I feel you on that, Sasquatch. I'm in the same boat right now. And Kobansko says, cool, I'm super new to the future funk genre. To be honest, your music's the first on my playlist. Oh yeah, thank you though. Big on funk, though I'm sure I'm gonna love it too. Okay, sick, yeah. Honestly, okay, if you're new to this genre, I would say, yeah, check out disco. Disco's gonna change your life. Okay, Discoholics is gonna change your life, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna put it on and be like, yeah. And my favorite song from Discoholic, Go Bonds Go, it's called Lift Off. That song is like literally, I feel like I've lifted off into space and good music. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah. And Go Bonds Go says sick. Okay, sick. Hell yeah, dude. Sasquatch says I have to watch Bleach 1000 Year Blood War Part 3. I feel that, yeah. Yeah, I have a whole like list I have to catch up on too, Sasquatch. I never got super into Bleach though. I'm sleeping. And then somebody else says, isn't that wrong to say he makes everything himself, right? Because I remember he uploaded how he made a song of his and explains how everything came together. Yeah, so like, I think Disco makes like 99% of all this stuff, but I mean, just a happenstance story. I think Fiber told me that him and Disco, I think they both invested in on it. Well, here, let me real quick. Hallelujah. What up, Groovy Kaiju? Love your jams, bro. Thank you, Hallelujah. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Thanks for saying what's up. How you doing, dude? And thanks for loving my jam. I appreciate it. Hell yeah. But just because I'm on Hallelujah, like hanging. But Simply Dale, yes, I think it was Disco, Fiber. I forgot where we were at. We were all hanging out. Anyway, and Fiber mentioned that, you know, the one song on Discoholics Anonymous, it was like a harmonica solo at the end. That harmonica player is like an actual like OG from the Michael Jackson days harmonica guy. And I remember Fiber told me him and Disco like paid like a pretty fat amount of money for just that one harmonica solo at the end of the song. So technically, Disco didn't do the harmonica solo. That was like a paid session musician who was like mega legendary from like the Quincy Jones times. But I know he pulled it in himself, mixed it and all that. So yeah, so I mean, it depends on what you mean by like, he makes all his music himself, but like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, it depends on what you define as like everything yourself. You know what I mean? But yeah, Disco, he's the guy. He is the guy. Yeah, I mean. So yeah. I'm glad to hear my Disco taco story is a good one. And Roses, Lift Off was your introduction to Disco too? Yeah, I think it was my first song I heard of them. I forgot. And yeah, it might have been that. It might have been Tipsy, actually. Speaking of that, the Luxury remix of Tipsy is like one of my favorite songs too, off all the remixes. And then Simply Dale says, "Ooh, if you're in me for sure, check him out from there." And he was a collab with Soon to Be a Rabbit Hole. Yeah, all Discoholics, like you get the Discoholic collab, dude, you're kind of like certified amazing artist. I'm not gonna lie to you. I agree, Simply Deo. Yeah, everyone he's collaborated with is also like pretty banging. The CD for some thank you goodies. Yeah, my bad. I have to write all the notes for the people that grab vinyl and stuff, just to let them know, like, hey, check the CD, because that's where I hide your stickers to say thank you. Yeah, I mean, but Sasquatch says 76 Music is one of the professors at an auto body college used to paint cars too. That's pretty sick. I can imagine that. Just like, you know what I mean? I can make it better for you. I want to paint to that. Hell yeah. Go Bonds Go says, also another note, I have a friend story on the note of not watching The Gift yet about my buddy Monty Python Holy Grail. Took him literally 6 years to finally watch it. That's funny. He's actually going to be one of the players in the D&D game. As long as you watch it within 6 years, you can rest easy knowing there's someone more disrespectful out there. Yeah, that's a while. That's funny. But I mean, they got to it though at some point. Yeah, I'm not that bad. Yeah, mine's just from Christmas, so it's been like a couple months. I guess a few months now. But yeah. And in my defense, I was moving. They gave me the gift and like they knew I was moving in like a month, so it was like I already packed the PS3 by then. And like I just moved in here like about like 3 weeks ago. And like I did unpack the PS3, I just haven't plugged up my entire living room because I don't spend that much time out there. So yeah. And I go on. This is exactly your chillin', haha. Yeah, yeah. But he's one of those friends that's like, you know, he likes to. He's like a. I mean, he's amazing, but he's also very much like he talks to you like as if we're in an Xbox Live group chat sometimes. Not in like not in like the racist way, but like you know, like 2000s, but like modern day Xbox group chat Discord call. So he'll be like, "Dang, bro, really? You haven't watched it yet? Damn, who would have?" You know what I mean? Like, and, you know, it's kind of like you're on a Discord call and everyone's like laughing. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's good times. You know what I'm trying to say. But Smita says, yeah, it makes sense for sure. Hell yeah. Rosa says someone else works alongside him as well. It does like a group effort sometimes with music like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm starting to realize too. Is a lot of like music very much is a group effort. Like even like I don't know. I was watching like some. This is super random, but I remember even watching you know, hip hop is very much like these are my lyrics, on me. You know what I mean? I remember watching the thing with when Snoop Dogg was making Doggy Style with Dr. Dre and all them. Pretty much everyone in the room when they were making Doggy Style like contributed lyrics to Doggy Style. So like all the lyrics on Doggy Style isn't just Snoop Dogg. It's like them, Warren, like all of Long Beach, like Warren G, Nate Dogg, like they all played a part in writing the verses and stuff for Doggy Style. So yes, a lot of music is group effort. It's kind of rare when it is just a single person. So yeah, I mean, you could even like argue with for me, like, you know, I mean, I sampled this. So like, you know, there's a whole group that I then took their stuff and, you know what I mean? It's very rare when it's just like one guy. The only person I can maybe say is like Prince. But even then, I'm sure Prince, you know, they had like, I know they have their own mixing engineers and stuff like that. So yeah. So it's like, is it really still? You know what I mean? So yeah. But Assembly Dale says, my introduction was his DJ set he did on Utopia District. We'll never forget. Was it the one, Assembly Dale, where he was like, pants being removed and like 90 seconds, and he would just have like a like loading bar at the bottom on the video of just being like pants coming off, and he'll like rip off his pants at that section. New song drops, he starts dancing some more, and then he'll be like, warning, 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 underwear coming off in 90 seconds. And the whole time you're just like, what? I'll never forget that. Like the first time he did that was like, I was like, Disco, you're a maniac, dude. Yeah, Disco's so sick. But Go Bonds Go says, yeah, man, a MW2 era Xbox chat IRL would be wild. Yeah, exactly. It would be like, huh? But you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah. And Rosa says, Lamau, that threw me off the first time I came across it. Yeah. Yeah, I remember the first time he like actually did that was for I want to say Flamingo Fest, like during the lockdown times. And it like, it was all live streamed, so it was like you couldn't like skip around. You had to just like wait and like watch to be like, what is Disco doing? You know what I mean? Disco, no, you're gonna get the stream pulled down, bro. Stop. And then like underneath the underwear, he has like a slightly smaller pair of underwear. That was like kind of like the thing. I hope I didn't spoil it, but yeah. Oh, okay, so Deo says it might not be that one. It stutters and then throws him off. Okay, maybe it was a different one then. Yeah, all of Disco's like sets are pretty sick. Insane, yeah. Yeah, I remember popping through Disco streams a couple times. The amount of times he mooned everyone on stream. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Disco's I love Disco, dude. Top tier person, musician, internet creator. He kind of is killing the game. Of the and yeah, my bad. I'm also writing these notes. I gotta figure out like I probably should just like YouTube video real quick. How do you read and write at the same time? There has to be some kind of like trick for that, right? Like a David Blaine thing I gotta do. What do y'all think of magicians? My thing as a kid, I was like, why don't they just have Chris Angel save the world, dude? You know what I mean? All these other things he can do. Why can't he just save the world real quick? Why can't David Blaine just, you know what I mean, solve world hunger? You know what I mean? The video says, gotta split your mind. Yeah, I gotta like just put it in two separate hemispheres. Yeah, magicians are pretty cool though. Shout out to magicians, dude. Chris Angel, his show was my mom's favorite when I was in high school. That's what the Chris Angel show was pretty sick, dude. I remember watching that as a kid and being like, yo, this is crazy. Kim Rosa says, magicians are still magical because the tricks look hard to pull off. Yeah, exactly. That's what, yeah, even a lot of the tricks too are like very dangerous. Like, have you seen the one where like David Blaine will like just keep a goldfish in his stomach because he drinks so much water and like the goldfish will still be alive? And like he's like, yeah, I did go to Africa to learn this trick, you know what I mean? It's like, what? And he just like pukes up the goldfish, including the water. Like that's, yeah. That's like insanely hard to pull off. So yeah. And Sabido says, they're necessary to distract from the real world from time to time. I joke, but I type that. I don't think I am. Yeah, yeah, you're spitting some video. Yeah, I don't, yeah, you're keeping it real. You're keeping it real, dude. Yeah, they do be distract. I mean, like, that's their job though, right? Literally to like distract. And like, you know what I mean? Distract them and be like, oh, by the way, here's your watch back. You know what I mean? That's like literally what they do. let me write this real quick. And Sasquatch says, I miss her so much from the doctor. Oh, I'm sorry, Sasquatch. That's a bummer, yeah. Yeah, I feel you on grieving, dude. Yeah, losing a parent, dude. You know what I mean? It's tough. So, yeah, man, you know, just gotta keep grieving and keep on living, you know what I mean? But yeah, for real though, I'm sorry, Sasquatch, that's a bummer. But yeah, what else did I want to bring up today too? Oh yeah, wait, no. Did I already talk about everything? Oh, I forgot to talk about Jermaine. So here's a Jermaine update. And yeah, I feel you on the music thing, Sasquatch. I mean, that's why I low-key make a lot of music about my dad, because it helps me with the grieving process a little bit. But yeah, I feel you, dude. I feel you. But Jermaine's doing good. This is how Jermaine's doing. I think I showed you last time. Jermaine! But yeah, this leaf is like, I don't know if I showed you, remember last stream, like literally just 2 days ago? This is like a whole leaf now. This one I'm shaking. We've like, I don't know if y'all have been keeping track, but like literally this has grown into its own giant leaf over the past like couple weeks. Jermaine's going crazy. And yeah, Subideo, you make a good point. Keep going. Gotta make him proud. You spitting, Subideo. But yeah, Jermaine's doing good. And again, I gotta put more stickers on him. Right now he just has the Groovy Kaiju sticker. Go Bonds go, what up, Jermaine? Yeah, they're doing good, dude. They're growing crazy. Oh my God. All right. Grow up strong. Yeah, Jermaine's growing crazy strong, dude. I think I put this, oh yeah, I put this the wrong direction. That's what's going on. It's just a little goofy because I feel bad. I always have to bump into Jermaine to get in my closet. I'm always like, but I don't think they mind. And Go Bonds go. All right, gotta bounce. Gotta lock in D&D prep. We're live tomorrow at 6 if you can make it. But if you can't, legit, no worries, of course. We're all busy boys out here. Just figure out to throw it out there. Okay, yeah, no, dude, thanks for throwing it out. Yeah, I'll try to get back to your email when I can too. And yeah, dude. Have fun with the D&D thing tomorrow at 6. Yeah, usually on Wednesdays, since I have friends visiting this weekend, especially because I'm friends with friends, usually I'm like locked in on music stuff. But I followed you on Twitch already. So yeah, dude. You know, if I'm free, I'll pull up. And thanks again for the tunes, my dude. 2 more days till drop. Can't wait. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. And yeah, if anyone wants to check out, if anyone's a D&D person, check out Go Bonds Go. They're doing D&D stuff. That's super sick. And Sasquatch also says, be back in a bit. Gonna go call my sister and say hi. Okay, sick. Dude, have fun calling your sister, Sasquatch. Thanks for stopping by as always. Enjoy the call. And you're totally chilling. No worries. Okay, sick. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Hell yeah, Go Bonds Go. Yeah, you ever do that when you like sing music? It's just like kind of make fun of it. I got that from my Ken, you know, my song Ken's song. I got that from Ken, my buddy's dad, because he used to do that a lot when I was a kid. He used to always just be like doing stuff like that with his music. Sick. I'm trying to. So much stuff going on. All right, we're good. We're good. All right, cool. I got one last note. Wait, no, this note, and then we can start signing vinyl, dude. I'm so excited. Check the CD for some thank you goodies. Oh, also, this is such a bad joke. No, I shouldn't have said it was a joke. But I rewatched the VOD yesterday, because I always do. And there was a part where I was trying to explain how in like Egypt times, like the ancient BC times, they could tell what time it was at night because they would just watch the clusters of stars as they rotate around the Earth. And then I was like, I should have made a flat Earth joke at that moment and been like, well, you see, they just watch the stars go like a slideshow across the sky. Because of course the Earth is flat, so of course it doesn't go around the Earth. They didn't think the Earth rotated, they just thought the sky just went, you know what I mean? Like a parallax, you know, in a video game, where like it's just like, and like jumps back. It's just like, oh, that's stupid. I had a friend admit to me that they're a flat earther, and I was like, I had a friend admit to me they were a flat earther, and I was like, yes! Yeah, I was just like, finally, I've met someone like you. Because after a while, I was like, I've yet to meet a single person that actually believed the Earth was flat. And when I found out my friend was one of them, I was like, dude, you actually exist, let's go! You know what I mean? I don't know. I probably shouldn't be saying, but I was just really excited. I very much believe the Earth is round. But to me, it was just like, holy shit, you're real. So it would have fit. I know, yeah, I should have. Dude, I had the perfect joke opportunity. Should have done it. Have you seen the meme that was like oh, versus as a person who loves space, I wouldn't be able to take them seriously. No, I feel that. Yeah, I love space too. But I don't know. I just think it's like so. I think it's just so interesting. It's like, dude, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's NASA, there's photos, there's like, it's just like, you really think, I don't know, you really think there's like so much of an effort just to like prove, to make everyone think the Earth is round. For why? For why? So yeah. But have you seen the Instagram reel that's like some guy, he's like talking to his girlfriend, he has like a map of the Earth, and he's like, no, look, the Earth is flat, and she's like, I don't care if the Earth is flat, I still gotta pay bills. You know what I mean? Whether the Earth is round or flat, I still gotta pay bills every month, so I don't care. He just looks so disappointed and like, oh. Rosa says, random factor, galaxy has a massive black hole in the center of it. Yeah, it does. Yeah. I think we're like on the edge of the Milky Way, right? Some wild. And Rosa says, sounds familiar. Yeah, exactly. Which, it's crazy that like, not only does, you know, in the ancient times they thought that everything revolved around the Earth. Not only does not everything revolve around the Earth, we don't know the Earth, the sun doesn't revolve around. Everything revolves around the sun, but even the sun revolves around something, you know what I mean? Like, we're like, that's like the outskirts of the outskirts. And oh shit, Cherry Cola, let's stop back around. Oh my god, thank you for stopping back around. How you doing? How you feeling? How's your Tuesday going? We're talking about flat earthers. I'm gonna try to, I promise this isn't a flat earth stream, but you know, I found out a friend of mine is a flat earther, and I was just like, I'd never met someone who was a flat earther until my friend admitted it to me. Now I'm so stoked on that. Stoked as in like a, wow, you actually believe that. It's crazy. You know what I mean? I love that for you. You know what I mean? Which to me, I don't know. Have you ever had someone tell you? I don't know. That's another thing I heard too. Is I had a friend who worked in sales, and he said that was like his favorite thing to use during sales calls. Is that like, which it's like the most like, just the way he would say it was like so condescending, but it worked every time. He said, is that like, if he, I mean, again, this is another funny friend story, but I guess funny to me. But I guess he would go on sales calls and like he'd be like, oh, you know, we're trying to sell, I don't know, real estate insurance, and and they would say things like, well, my home's never been damaged for 15 years, and he would say, I love that for you, but we have the average home blank for blank for blank has some type of damage in like 5 years. So I love that for you, but you know, statistically you're already the outlier. And the guy, then they would go, oh, you know what I mean? And so it's just the fact that you say, I love that for you, is like, Dude. So my friend told me he was a flat earther. I was like, I love that for you. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. We're still friends. So this is lol, damn. Yeah, Jerkle lol. In fact, we did an escape room the other day. You know what's ironic? He was kind of the smartest one there. You know, he kind of was crushing the escape room. So maybe, you know, maybe. No, I'm messing around. And he was high. I was like, dang. I'm sober. You're still better than this than me. That's crazy. I don't even do drugs. You're better than this than I am. Alright, this is the last note. Oh, we wrote all the notes. Let's go. Alright, cool. Happy Mario Day, by the way, March 10th. Oh, the timing. That is crazy, huh? Sometimes the synchronicity is wild. It is Mario Day. I forgot about that, yeah. Does anyone have any good Mario memories? I know it's super random, but this is Mario Day. My favorite Mario memory is when I was a kid, I used to play baseball. And you know, as a kid, you play baseball. And I guess we were like, you know, I guess we were playing. So I was like playing baseball. And I guess the next game we were supposed to play was against like this kid that like somehow got like held back in the Little League. But then on top of that, he was a big kid. So pretty much he found out, because I'm like a bigger kid and I'm like a year older than all the other kids I'm playing baseball against. If I'm the pitcher, I just throw the ball as hard as I can. No one swings. You know what I mean? Because the ball would just come so fast, we all just got scared. Because we were all like little. We were like, ah, you know what I mean? So then my coach was like, all right, I'm going to just throw the ball about as hard as that one kid you're going to face in the next game to get you guys not to be scared of the kid. And then when we go play them, you're all going to hit home runs on them. And that was my coach's strategy. And my thing was, I was really good at playing, what's it called? I was really good at bunting for some reason. So I was really good at like, you know, little like bunt and then, you know, run. So my coach was like, all right, Aaron, I need you to bunt and I'm going to throw the ball as super hard as I can. And I was like, okay, cool. So then, you know, I was trying to swing and he's like, all right, now bunt. And I went to go bunt this time, but he threw the ball slightly too inside. And since he was literally a grown ass man and I was like 12, or no, I wasn't even 12. I was like 10 and a half. I went to go bunt and like the ball like hit my hand right here. And it was like, cool. You know what I mean? So I was like, ah. And then, my mom was like, you're fine. And then we ended up going, she had her own softball game that night. So we're driving over there and, so we did, yeah, literally, yeah, I think I cried. I don't know, I was 10. My hand got like super mega fat, right? Like straight purple and fat. And my mom was like, you might have to go to the hospital. And I was like, I don't know, you're my mom. You know what I mean? And we go to the hospital and yeah, he like completely crushed my hand and I had a broken hand. So they gave me a cast and all that. I don't know if I can show you, but I'm so sorry if this is gross. But can you see I can move oh, you could see it. I'm sorry. You know, NSFW. But ever since then, I could move my knuckle like this. Trigger warning. But I could do that with my hand because I broke it when I was 10 years old. And you can see like the muscle right here. Like, yeah. Yo! I was sorry, but yeah. Crazy, but you. I'm sorry. But it's for the story. But yeah. Anyways, so the reason why Mario comes into this, because my mom felt so bad and my coach felt so bad. They went in together to buy me New Super Mario Brothers for the Nintendo DS. So I just had a broken hand and played New Super Mario Brothers on Vicodin when it first came out. So yeah, like the OG New Super Mario Brothers, like the first New Super Mario Brothers where it was all like, get as many coins as you can. I got that from my coach. I was like, I'm sorry I broke your hand gift. And I was like, we are all good now that I have New Super Mario Brothers. And I'm not gonna play baseball anymore? This is great. I was stoked. So yeah. Exactly. So happy Mario Day. It's fine. At least you got Mario out of it. Exactly. I got Mario, so I'm chilling. And Rosa says, my favorite Mario memory is running around Mario 64 DS. Running around. And, oh yeah, you're running around as the character of Mario. I thought, I don't know why Roses, but I thought you like put the DS on the ground and you were just like, ah, ah, ah. But running around Mario 64 DS and playing Mario Baseball, now you mentioned baseball. Yeah, I always wanted Mario Baseball, but I just ended up never getting it. I was always more of a Super Mario Strikers, like the Mario Soccer. Strikers was sick. But yeah, Mario Baseball was like, I remember like my cousin had it, and every time I go to his house, bro, can we play Mario Baseball? Yeah, Mario Baseball was pretty sick. But yeah, I'm sorry if that was grotesque, showing off my knuckle. I'm sorry. I can't do it with any of my other fingers. Just that one knuckle ever since I broke it. I'm also double jointed in my fingers. I'm double jointed here. Oh, I don't know, my fingers are all kind of double jointed. Like low key, if I ever, I don't know, if they ever do an autopsy on me, if they ever try to fake my death, y'all, my fingers are double jointed and I can move my knuckle. That's how you'll know if it's me or not. I don't have any tattoos, so you can't identify me, but if they do the autopsy and my fingers aren't double jointed, it's not me. But because my fingers are double jointed, I have to type kind of funny. Like I don't type normal. Now you're supposed to like put your fingers right at a certain spot and type like that. I just kind of like chicken peck, but it's really fast because my fingers, like my pinkies kind of get all goofy trying to use my pinkies for stuff. But I don't know. My hands are all kinds of like, I got horror movie hands. I don't know how to describe it. Somebody else says fair play, lol. I remember just playing Mario Kart DS, unlocking all the characters and trying to make my own logo. Oh, I feel that, yeah. Dude, Mario Kart DS was also like, when they came out the first time, it was the first game to support Nintendo Wi-Fi. Dude, those were the days, dude. Yeah, said I want some. And brother says you said that. I remember a video of a kid running around hitting himself during his Mario themed birthday party. Lamau. That's adorable. And ooh, so many hours spent on Mario Kart DS 2. The DS is my favorite console. I feel yeah, Mario Kart DS. I remember spending a ton of hours on that too. Yeah, I think my favorite console is the PSP, but DS is pretty up there. I'm not gonna lie. Not that it's like a I don't know why it's not competition at all, but that's like DS is your favorite console. I don't know why I make it about me. It's not about me. It's about your favorite console. I guess I'm trying to relate, really. That's all I'm trying to do. Anyways, I gotta find a Destroy All Monsters cassette tape, and I have no clue where I put them. We're gonna be here for a little bit. Oh man. Simply Dale says, I missed the DS. I plan on buying the AIM Thor just to have it as an all-in-one emulator. I'll be pretty sick. Yeah, that's the thing about low-key Nintendo was kind of using their whole brains back in the day. I mean, not really, because they don't make any money, but like all like the gimmicks and stuff, when you have a console like that, it's like, you know, if it's just a screen, then it's like so much easier to emulate them later on. But the DS, you kind of need a DS to play a DS, you know what I mean? But to your point, you can get the AIM Thor, but like, why are you Simply Dale, dude? I would just get a used 3DS, bro. Just get a used 3DS. Wait, they're expensive now, huh? Fuck. What are you trying to say? Or get a used DS Lite and buy an R4. But then I guess if you want it all, well, he said all in one. I don't know. I don't know. I just, yeah, I mean. What's the thing? If you get an R4, unless you're trying to like, I guess it just depends what you're trying to all in one. I don't know. You know. I don't need to tell you. I don't know why I'm trying to tell you. You know what you're doing, but you know what I'm trying to say. Because I don't know, one thing I slips my mind sometimes is like, oh yeah, if I have like a R4 on my Game Boy, I can still emulate Game Boy and like all these other systems. And like a DS R4 can emulate like PlayStation 1 and stuff like that. So yeah. So like, I don't know, again, I bet an AIM Thor probably is cheaper than a used 3DS, but if you get a used 3DS, you can play PlayStation, you can, you know what I mean? Pretty much all in one on just the 3DS. Boom. Bum, 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 bum. Brother says, I have some good info on how to find an R4 too. There's an official site to guide people. Oh, Roses. Roses. All right, I see you. That's sick. Roses was like, I got the plug. That's so dope. Somebody else says, yeah, the prices went up. I got you though. It's something I need to consider for sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, my bad if I was trying to. Okay, but I'm glad you know what I'm talking about, because that's something I only did that more for myself. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I'd be forgetting sometimes myself. So I keep thinking like, oh, I should get a Wii, because then I could just emulate PlayStation on it. Like, it's not a bad emulator. Guess how many vinyls do I need? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sick. Yeah, we need 6 Must-Tape 0 vinyls. I'm gonna have to order more soon. I'm kind of like, dang. I gotta buy more. I knew this day would come. Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I bought like 500 Must-Tape 0 vinyls. And I was like, these will last me like 6 months. And then it's like 18 months later, I'm on my last one. I think I'm on my last 150. But still just like, oh wow, this lasted way longer than I expected. But yeah. But now I'm finally running out. I'm like, fucking, I gotta buy more. It's musician problems. But dude, my favorite memory of my family is letting me have a Yoshi figure I saw at my mall, and I still have to this day. Aw, that's cool. Yeah, Yoshi is also pretty sick. Do you see the Donald Glover? I don't know if this is a meme or not, but I think I saw something that said Donald Glover was going to be the voice of Yoshi in the new Mario movie. And I'm like, that's so cursed. But then again, all the other like cursed castings for the Mario movie actually like worked out really well. Getting sick. So the Ambroses are talking about the R4 plugs. And yeah, somebody else says, yeah, he is. It's very surprising. Yeah, I was surprised at first too, but then I was like, but I remember when they announced like Chris Pratt as Mario, we were all like, there's no way this is gonna be good. And he crushed it low key, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna hate until I see the results. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I need one more. Damn. Yeah, Rosa says, I heard he did a good job. From what I heard so far. Okay, sick. Hell yeah. Yeah, I didn't hear anything beyond that. But I'm glad to hear he's doing a good job. That's what's up. Yeah, what other Mario stories do I have? Frank is visiting me soon. I've mentioned like a billion times already, but Frank's gonna visit me, and Frank is like cosplayed as Mario a bunch. And Subido says, oh, you know, in the end of the new trailer, I think he nailed the wahoo. Hell yeah. Yeah, have I watched the new trailer? I don't think I have. No, I have. I watched the trailer. I'm sorry, I have to go to the living room to drop off this cardboard. What's up, Dio? What's up, Donut? Oh, Roses. Also, you told me last time before we logged off to give the cats extra pets. And I did. I genuinely did give them extra pets for you, so thanks for telling me that. Whee! But, yeah, Frank, I got some Mario memories with Frank. Because there's been a lot of times he'll just pull up to the show, dress up as Mario for some reason. You know what I mean? For the vibes. Everyone says, thank you, I love cats. Yeah, same. Whenever I see a stray cat now, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. That's what's up. I'm like, I feel bad because I don't want to touch stray cats because, you know, they might have fleas and stuff, and I don't want to bring them home to my cats. But at the same time, every time I see a stray cat, I'm like, oh my God, I love you. What are you doing out here? Yeah, what other Mario memories do I have? I remember I got Mario 64 DS on Christmas. That was super sick. I remember playing a ton of Mario Kart 7 when it came out for the Switch. I was playing that like nonstop for a hot second. Mario Kart 64 was dank. I remember my cousin had it. I used to play with my cousin all the time at her place. What more memories do I have? I already told a story about how NetNavi's Yoshi is like the best Super Smash Bros. Yoshi of all time. The dude is way too good at playing Yoshi. This is technically a Mario song too. I don't know if you can notice, but it's also a Piranha Plant Lullaby. It's like a re-rendition of it. And Subadeo says Mario Kart Wii was an experience. I never knew people could move so quick. Oh yeah, no, exactly. Well, they might have been hacking, dude, because that was like a really popular thing, was to hack and play Mario Kart online and just do like the teleportation hacks and stuff. Oh, Mario Odyssey was super sick. I remember playing that. When that came out, that was so dope. When the first Mario Odyssey came out, I was like, damn, we're back, baby. Mario is back. Oh, my other... there's one other big Mario. I think I might have told this already on stream. My bad if I did, y'all. Oh, that, the motorcycles were broken. Yeah, the motorcycles in Mario Kart Wii were pretty broken. Yeah, you're spitting. But speaking of NetNavi, there was one year, the last year I had money, before I like pretty much was like, okay, actually I have no more money, no more. NetNavi, you know, we super close homies, and for one of their birthdays, you know, we both were very much like, I forgot why we weren't. I think we were like mad at Nintendo for something. I don't know. We pretty much were like, nah, I'm not going to Nintendo Land. It costs so much. It's so expensive. It's probably not even worth it. You know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, but you know what I mean? So I was agreeing with him, but I was like, but it would make a good birthday gift. So I pretty much told NetNavi, I was like, bro, we're going to drive to Hollywood and I'm going to take you to Amoeba. I'll buy you whatever record you want for your birthday. He's like, all right, bet. You know what I mean? And as we're driving over to Amoeba, even though we're going to Nintendo Land, because I bought us all tickets, and I told him like, hey, like, you know, like, take the day, because like we'll get Amoeba and then we'll get food after. So like make sure you're free for the whole day. He's like, all right, bet. You know what I mean? So as we're driving to Amoeba, I was like, yeah, man, you know, I collected at work yesterday. And like, we were like halfway there. I was like, yeah, you know, collected at work yesterday. And my boss was like, what are you doing tomorrow? I was like, oh, I'm going to Nintendo Land, yada, yada. And I was like, oh, and I looked at the rearview mirror and he was like, what do you mean you're going to Nintendo Land? I was like, yeah, we're actually driving to Nintendo Land. He was like, oh shit, let's go. You know what I mean? And then, so I have this picture on my phone of just, you'll never see a grown man more happy in his life than this picture I have on my phone of NetNavi when I was going to Nintendo Land for his birthday. I swear. So that's my other Mario memory. And Nintendo Land, it's actually pretty sick. Kind of is worth the money if you like grew up playing video games. It is a lot of money though. But I'll read your message right now, Roses, but because I can grab it real quick too. This is Mario Day. Here is my because I was like, I ain't coming back here, and I love popcorn. I got me a popcorn bucket Mario Kart thing, and I kept it. I got it at Nintendo Land for the one time I went, and you could put your popcorn in here. And I was eating dude. I was munching, dude. You got free popcorn refills, dude. I was eating so much popcorn that day. And I got my little like lanyard. Oh, I can use this lanyard. That's super fat. This is a big ass lanyard. But yeah, it was a good time. I don't know if the batteries still work on it, but oh, it still does, dude. The you can see it. The little. But yeah, they sell these. I think it was like $30. It was something dumb, but I was like, hey, I'm never coming back, so I might as well ball out, you know what I mean? And it's Daniel's birthday, so yeah. Or Nana's birthday. Rose says, I gotta correct myself with the R4 card. I bought a clone through it at AliExpress. Got in question is found a site called Flashcards Wiki. Shade as a clone sounds is very affordable for Bristol sites. Yeah, dude, Rose's one of another memory I have of R4s. I remember asking my mom, like, hey mom, like, you know, I found this really cheap R4 flash card and I really want it for my DS. You know, I know you have a credit card. I was wondering if it's okay if I like, you know, buy it online. It was before like, excuse me, before online shopping was like really like a thing people, like everyone was comfortable with. And my mom was like, I trust you. And we go to the website and I'm like, dude, my mom's gonna be like, hell no. So she sees this website. It was like the sketchiest website of all time, but everyone in the forums was like, no, this is the one. This is the one you gotta go to. This is like the best one. And R4s was still a lot more harder to get. And my mom was like, yep, so my number is blank, 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 blank. And I was like, I'm surprised you letting me do this. You know what I mean? But I got the R4 and no one ever stole her credit card information, so it all worked out. But yeah. But yeah, so I feel you. When you start doing when you start buying R4s and stuff, you do end up on some pretty sketchy websites and like, well, I hope my credit card doesn't actually combust as soon as I enter the numbers into this website. Yeah, I mean. But yeah. And so the Dale says, lol, must have been a good surprise. Yeah, I mean, they was still a really good surprise. It's just funny though, because like, I don't know, I'm pretty good at keeping secrets, but like, if I get too excited, like, I don't know, sometimes I'll be spilling the beans. And I couldn't even keep my own secret, you know what I mean? I couldn't keep my own secret in that moment. And we were like halfway there. So I think, you know, they were probably already getting suspicious because he was like, you're kind of going past Hollywood. And when I said that, I think it kind of like, you know what I mean? But. So I was like, yeah, because NetNavi, he's a pretty smart dude. I'm sure he was catching on by then. But yeah. And Rosen says, I love the Nintendo Land. It's such a dream come true. It really is. Like when I got there, you just like look and see everything. You're like, oh my God. Oh my God. And Subideo and Rosen said, oh, cute. Yeah. Honestly, I love that thing. Yeah. I held on to it for so long. That and I just love popcorn. I probably should make some popcorn tonight, actually. I have popcorn a little bit. Yeah, the popcorn's like my top favorite snack. I used to eat a lot as a kid, but then kind of slowed down on it. But then as I started eating more healthy again, I was like, popcorn actually is like it's like so a billion times more healthy than eating like potato chips. So it's like, oh yeah, I should just max out on popcorn. And yeah. That and like going to movie theaters eating popcorn is like, dude. Sometimes I'm like, I kind of want to go to Harkins and just buy a big ass bag of popcorn. Okay. But Rosa says every plush was sold out, but I found a Yoshi plush and I bought that one. Okay, sick. I'm glad you were able to find like a plushie. Because yeah, when the Land first opened, it was like packed and they were just like, you know what I mean? Selling out of everything. Yeah, I think I forgot what I bought in Navi over there too. I don't know, I pretty much, again, was like, all right, I still have my tech job. I still got money low key. You my dude, we going crazy for your birthday. You know what I mean? And that has been like, hey bro, I bought you a t-shirt. You know what I mean? But he understands. He's not like him. I think I've done enough homie birthdays for a lifetime. But of course when I have money again, you know what I'm saying. But I forgot the details until I didn't. That's why. Yeah, no worries, Roses. It's super chilling. My friend also got it for me. Then I bought some more so I can confirm. Okay, sick. That's cool, bro. Okay, I'm glad that you can confirm the R4 stuff. Yeah, if mine never like craps out on me. Or I guess you're talking to Simply Deo too, but you know what I'm trying to say. But it's good for me to know too, because I'll be buying them. I'll be buying the same thing, Roses. And all good. I'd eat more if I get stuck on my gums. Yeah, I feel on Simply Deo. Dude, here, I'll show you something else. See, I told you, so that's the thing, is I told you all, like, it's only like 19 orders, but I just knew it was a lot of like vinyl orders. So like I knew it was gonna be here for a minute. But here, I'll show you some video. I used to eat so much popcorn that I have like all these like teeth flossers. This is only like half of them. I was like, because I like lose my mind if I eat popcorn and I don't have these flossers with me. So when I do make popcorn, to your point, it gets stuck in your gums. I make the popcorn and I bring like 4 of these with me just in case. Because yeah. Because yeah, I hate having stuff stuck in my gums. Bruh. Yeah. I gotta do that, yeah. I mean, and plus they're just good to have. So I like the teeth flossers like that, because I don't like using the normal floss. Like the ones you can just use as a stick are like so much better. That and low-key, Subladale, keeping it real, popcorn's a great way to make sure you keep up with your flossing. Because every time I go to the dentist, they're like, wow, you floss a lot. Like, you really floss. And I'm like, yeah, you eat a lot of popcorn. They're like, ah. The dentist is kind of like, I like it. You know what I mean? But yeah. And Rosa says, did you ever do the power-up band stuff? I found it worth the wait over how creative it all was. My family enjoyed it. Yeah, I remember watching a bunch of videos before we got there to like, you know, how do I give Nit and Abby the best Nintendo Land birthday experience? Because we ain't coming back. You know what I mean? So I watched a ton of videos and I remember them saying like the power-up band is expensive, but it is worth it. So I bought all of us power-up bands on top of that. And I did like it. I still have mine too. I have a Luigi one somewhere. I think it's in the living room. But yeah, I have my Luigi power-up band still. And I did think it was worth to do all the like little games and stuff. It was pretty fun. And you get to unlock the hidden ride if you do all the power-up band stuff. That was really cool. I don't know if it was a ride. It was like I think it was like a shooting game or something. And Rose says, hey, I got Luigi too. Hell yeah, Luigi. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know, Luigi's sick. That's my dude. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we need 4. 4 Deshaun Monsters vinyls. Yeah, I forgot. I think Daniel got Yoshi. I got Luigi. I forgot what the other one was. Yeah, then we got Luigi and Yoshi. Yeah, that's all the Mario memories I can think of off the top of my head, low-key, for Mario Day. But that's actually a really good topic to bring up, Roses. Thank you for doing that, because I'm adding it to my my talking cheat sheet. What's today's holiday? Not that I'm just like looking for something. Yeah, it's just something. I don't know. Not that I'm just like, you know, just gonna talk about bullshit. You know, I don't know. Even when you hang out with like your good friends, sometimes you just be like, damn, we're friends, and I feel like I've told you everything I've ever had to tell someone in my life. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I don't know about you, but I feel that way about my friends sometimes. But like in a good way. It means like, you know, I feel like when you get to that place with somebody, it's like then you guys are really like close. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, not trying to push the parasocial thing. I'm just talking about like, you know, actual in real life people. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just saying. No problem. My brain is obsessed with Mario and had to. Lol. Yeah, no worries. I'm excited for the Mario. Oh my god, the movie Mario Galaxy is the same. Played a lot too at some point. Superchat says, yee. Yeah, I'm excited for the Mario Galaxy movie as well. It looks super dang. I mean, that's the one, you know, the new one with Yoshi and all that. I think we have one last box of Deshaun Monsters. We do. Oh shit. Yeah, so oops, typos. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, Mario Galaxy, low-key, I kind of goofed. I didn't play too much Mario Galaxy. And hey, King, what up, dude? How you doing? How you feeling? How you been, King? Anything new with you? How's your Tuesday? I gotta put this. I'm sorry, I keep running back and forth. I gotta put this back. But yeah, I didn't play much Mario Galaxy. I goofed. But I remember, I already told the story, but like my, one of my core memories of my life that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take with me to the grave is just my buddy's. Yeah, I said this already, but it just feels. I don't know why my brain latched onto this so much, but it's just that one morning where I went to my buddy's house to like go to school with him, and Ken had gotten like a early pirated copy of Mario Galaxy and then put it on the jailbroken Wii. And they're like, oh, you can play it before you go to school. Like, heck yeah. Like, I'm cool. I mean, like, cool dad moment. You know what I mean? And I just remember him being like, what do I, you know, I mean, we made Kevin some breakfast, you can have one too. And they gave me unfrosted Pop-Tarts, and I was just like, why the fuck did you guys buy unfrosted Pop-Tarts? You know what I mean? Just being so upset as a kid, like, why would you buy the unfrosted Pop-Tarts, dude? What's your problem? I wasn't like actually mad at them, but I was just like, I just was so disbelief, dude. But yeah. And King says, I'm doing good. It's very windy right now, so I'm trying not to drop my phone, lol. I feel you on that. Yeah, sometimes, you know, I be getting blown away, dude. The wind do be going crazy. Yeah. I'm gonna keep repeating myself. But yeah, I don't know. The wind is kind of wild. I don't know if you, just in case you weren't here for it, King, but I'll tell you the abbreviated version. Once I was in Toronto, we were in downtown, it was super mega windy. And I scared my buddy Indy, and he got like literally blown away on his skateboard by the wind. He was just screaming in Toronto like, because he couldn't stop because the wind was just like pushing him hella fast on his board. So it was just a funny moment of just him just, you know, I ended up like jumping off my board, grabbing it, and just like going like this. And my buddy Indy like didn't know what to do, so he just kept like, like in Toronto, literally screaming, like not even like to exaggerate for the story, like screaming at the top of his lungs. Because he was trying to get because he got blown to the road too, so he was like trying to get cars to stop. It was funny. He didn't get hurt, so it's funny because he didn't get hurt. You know what I'm trying to say? Good times. Good times. Bro, this is not the unfrosted Pop-Tarts. I know, exactly. It's just funnier too because as I got older, I realized that unfrosted Pop-Tarts are actually higher calorie than the ones with the frosting on it. Like they have more sugar and more calories, so it's like, you know, it's not even a health benefit. It's just all around worse. Which is just makes it even funnier. Because Kid Me was like, no, I want the sugar, man. King says, not windy to that extent, but Jesus, lol. Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, I'm sure it's still windy. I see what you're saying, though. I feel you. Not to, like, have a wind off, but, yeah, I mean, but yeah. No, the wind do be wild, and that's all I'm really trying to say. There's been a couple times where I was just, to your point, just walking around with my phone, and I'm like, dude, I'm 6'2", and this wind is pushing me, like, this wind is going crazy. I was like, if I was, like, a small child or a petite woman, I would know what to do with myself right now. Argue over the winter internet over wind, lol. I know. You know what I say, I just messing around. So one of my homies, honestly to this day, he's one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. His name is Buckley. I love my homie Buckley, dude. Literally one of the funniest people I've ever met to this day. Oh, King says, yeah, it's just funny. Okay, cool, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But so I guess he met Nigel Houston. If y'all are familiar, Nigel Houston is like he's like LeBron James of skateboarding. Like, if Tony Hawk is like Michael Jordan, Nigel Houston, in my opinion, is probably like LeBron James. Or he's like still in the league, just absolutely cracked. Like no one's even close. Actually, some people are starting to get close to him. Some of the Japanese skateboarders are trying to get on his level. But I don't know, Nigel Houston is kind of just cracked. Unfairly cracked. And like sponsored by like every big sponsor, you know, so on and so forth. Anyways, so he had like a crazy fall. Like he fell, like he did, like don't look it up unless you're like ready to see something brutal. I think we talked about it once before, but yeah, he like did a handrail, fell, and like hit his head, and like, you know, he said he forgot an entire month of his life, like the entire month up to that point, just lost because he like crazy brain concussion thing. But so my buddy posted a picture that he met Nigel Houston recently, just on the street, and he said, I met Nigel Houston, ... I told him, yo, bro, I saw how you bailed really bad. You know you could take a break, right? It's the exact kind of thing Buckley would say. Go up to like a professional skateboarder after he had the most dramatic thing in his life and go, you know, you could take a break, right? It's like, no shit, dude. But just messing with them, you know what I mean? I don't know, I thought that was funny. I was like, Buckley, stop, bro. He's trying to pay his bills, dog, stop. Rosie, he's not wrong though. Exactly, yeah. He's not wrong, dude. And Rosa says the way a hit in the head can cause such damage is scary. It really is, yeah. It really, really is. Our brains are so sensitive. They just be processing. They just be processing. Even a trip is recommended to take seriously. I felt that all over my body for a few days. I feel that, yeah. Yeah, the human body is so interesting because, like, I don't know, when I was younger, because I fell like literally multiple times a day every day from skateboarding, like I never understood like, why is it bad when old people fall? Like, what do you mean they can't fall? You know what I mean? Now as I'm older, I understand like, oh yeah, because your body just can't handle, you know what I mean, because your bones get so brittle that like even that's a really, you know, it's a whole different game. But yeah, exactly, like, you know what I mean, to your point, Rose, is like even something simple as a trip can really just like be really bad. Like I feel one of my like bad moments, speaking of like taking things seriously, I was dating someone a while, like this is like years ago, and she was like, I want to try skateboarding, that sounds fun. So then you know, I bought her a skateboard, and like me and her, like we were dating for like a few years by this point, and I remember she like tried her first ever ollie or something like that, and then she was like, oh my foot, it hurts so much. And I was like, you didn't even fall, why you, come on, you can't be, you know, I mean, this is not to like, you know what I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna be weird and be like macho, like I don't expect you to be macho, you're my girlfriend, but like, you know, at the same time I was like, come on, you know what I mean, come on, you can't, nah, you can't. And then since we were both in college, she ended up just going to the nurse, like the college nurse, is like, you know, just might as well, you know, make. She was like, no, it really hurts, it feels way crazy. And I was like, no. Come to find out, she actually did fracture like her toe. She like actually caused a fracture from just like, yeah. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, I hadn't seen that before. And I had to be like I had to eat my words and be like, I'm sorry, I thought it wasn't a big deal, but it really was. I should have believed you. I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? And thankfully she wasn't like upset about it, because she was like, no, yeah, that didn't make any sense why I hurt myself that much. You know what I mean? But yeah.
New merch order from Spencer.
Hey, thank you, Spencer. If you're watching, let me know. I'll pack it right now, dude. Heck yeah. And Rosa says, I wasn't even mad at the situation because there was no reason for me to trip. It was more funny than scary. Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes it'd be like that. And hey, Cherry Cola's back. What's up, Cherry Cola? Good to see you. Ouch. Oh, damn. Yeah. Oh my God. I finished my Shack juice. All right, now we can finally actually start packing vinyl. Let's go. Let's go. King says the wind got hands. It will knock you over when it wants to. Yeah, dude. Mother Nature does what it wants, dude. Mother Nature is like, what'd you say about me? But another thing I really liked that I saw was like a meme. So one thing, I mean, this is keeping it real. This is like something I still feel bad about to this day. But I did it anyways. But Andrew Wong posted a meme. It was like, again, the galaxy brain thing, where it said like, if you're making music, the first thing you should try to do is record it correctly. It was like small brain. Fix it in the mixing and mastering. It was like bigger brain. Fix it in mastering. The biggest brain. It was like, it's an artistic choice. Is the galaxy brain. So essentially, it's trying to say that, like, you know, if your music sounds bad, like if you tell someone you should just record it better, no, that's small brain talk. And it's like, fix it later, fix it in post-processing, fix it later. And then the biggest one is like, my music sounds bad because it's an artistic choice, is like galaxy brain. But I bring this up because for my song Digital Queen off of Groovy Galaxy, I recorded and did all the vocals myself. And then like Midnight Drift is like a real like disco levels of good at FL Studio. And they were like, hey man, you should like try using like this vocal tuning and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know. He said, but just give me the file and I'll do it. And I was like, okay. And I sent it over to him, and then he sent it back, and it sounded like more poppy. But I feel bad because I was like, Midnight Drift, I know what you did was better, but it's an artistic choice. I want it to be still the version I did. And he was like, you know what, man? That's on you. And it was one of those moments where I had to be galaxy brain dumb. Midnight Drift, I'm sorry, but the earth is flat. Let me keep my version. You know what I mean? Hey, Rosa says that's fair though. Yeah, it is fair, but I still felt bad because I don't know. Like I could tell the Midnight Drift just wanted to be like a part of the music process. You know what I mean? And I just felt bad because I wanted to be, you know what I mean? But it just, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I can be a little like, no, it's my baby about like stuff. You know what I mean? And I could tell Midnight Drift want to be a part of it. So I feel bad about that part. And plus, they like wasted their time now, and I feel extra bad. But at the same time, though, Galaxy Brain, it's an artistic choice. Yeah. So yeah. But Midnight Drift is like so good at music. His song, once I thought Midnight Drift got hacked on Discord because he just DM'd me with like just a Discord server link, and that's like the de facto you're being hacked on Discord is when like your friend just sends you a Discord server with like no context. So what I did is I told Midnight Drift, finish the lyrics to this song, and it was like my favorite song from them. And he wasn't hacked. He was just like, no, I just want you to join it. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, Caller ID by Midnight Drift. Oh, it's like one of my favorite songs of all time. I never thought I'd see your name on my phone's caller ID. I was like, damn, bro. And I don't know, Simply Dale, have you met Midnight Drift by any chance, Simply Dale? Because him and Fiber and Disco kind of like, well, Midnight Drift, I think they're in Atlanta, but they're all over the world, low key. They're Mr. Worldwide. They be going all over. I'm just curious if you met Midnight Drift with Disco. And Rosa says, even if I even encounter a hacked account, I'd love to troll. Yeah. I have some friends that would. Like I did. I'm sorry. I have all these stories. I dated somebody. I'm sorry. I'd be dating, but I dated somebody where their account got hacked and they had to make a new account. But then they talked to the hacker of their old account just to be like, yo, what's your story? She had like a full-on conversation with the guy about like why he did it, like what he's doing for fun. Like, you know, they ended up becoming like low-key acquaintances. You know what I mean? She never got her account back, but they became friends. It was kind of weird. It was really weird, but she was like, yeah, I was like, why'd you do this? What's your story, man? You know what I mean? Cherry Cola lol, yeah. Okay, this is a lot of bubble wrap. We'll make it work. All right, now I gotta print out Christian thing. But yeah, so that happened. Yeah, Midnight Drift is super dope. Oh yeah, what song did I bring up? Oh my god. Wee. Gas prices are crazy. I saw gas is like $8 in LA right now. I was like, oh my god. I was like, what the hell? Oh shit, MKBHD dropped his MacBook Neo review. I'll have to check that out. We were talking about that last time. It's MacBook Neo. I'm excited because I know MKBHD. I always find it interesting to like first. There's like he has one video where he's like, "These are my impressions. This is my review. This is my review 6 months later." Like, that's cool to me that he can like, you know, talk about the same thing like 10 times. Also, do y'all ever, you ever think it's weird that a lot of the tech millionaires are like, people need to have more babies? Why do you guys want to have more babies? What's up with that? Rosa says the prices scare me, and Cherry Cola also says I'm scared of being an adult because of these prices. Yeah, I think things are eventually gonna, I don't know, wild. Just gonna throw this out there. I think in like 2028, lots of prices will go back to normal. That's when prices are gonna come back to reality. They're gonna have to. And oh, Prince Motorola. They want to eat them. I mean, honestly, you're not wrong, dude. Based on everything that's been coming out, actually, maybe, which is terrifying. But how you been, dude? It's good to hear from you. How you feeling, man? And Skyr says, I can think of one reason the billionaires want to have people. Yeah, okay, yeah, no. I feel you, Skyr. Because I was like, is it because they want more workers or do they want more people consuming? They want more consumers or more workers? Or both? Actually, I put these in the tape. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here we go. And somebody else, they just want more money to be spent. Ain't happening for me though. I get my wallet. I feel that. Somebody else. They ain't getting my money. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Somebody protecting us on the front lines, man. Ain't getting his wallet. Let's go. No, but for real, that's sick though. I know I'm making a joke, but hell yeah. Cherry Cola says, they need to take care of the babies we already have. That's what I'm saying, Cherry Cola. We already got babies. How about we take care of those ones first? Yeah. Or create an environment people want to have babies rather than just like being like, please. Oh yeah. My bad. I'm grabbing stickers real quick. I'll grab a gang of these stickers. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god. And then I need to give them a fridge magnet. Do I have any more of the fridge magnets? I almost did ask Joel. Do you know if I have any more fridge magnets? As if you would know. Rosa says the stupidity of that gets bigger when you realize some prices also want the opposite from us. Yeah, exactly. Or some places want the opposite of us. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think they need to like get in a room together and be like, okay, what do you guys actually want? Because, you know what I mean? Sometimes they'd be like infighting low key, and like we're stuck in the middle of it. Like for example, isn't like some of the like snack companies trying to make like Ozempic blockers or something? I remember reading about that at some point, and I was like, bro, what? So like they want people to be their food to be immune to Ozempic, so they buy more. It's like, what? It's like, bro, people are just trying to get healthy. What are you doing? Oh no, that's not it. No doing. Sit right down. Lol, we can technically keep count for it. Yeah, true. Oh, it's way down there. Ah. Okay, here we go. Oh, hopefully these are it. Oh, they are. Yay, let's go. I got them. So yeah, I don't know. I think they all got to get together and get the storage straight. We buy more food or we not? We have more babies or we not? We all gotta. We don't have to work together for once. Not that I'm trying to like let them impose their will upon us. You know what I'm trying to say. To Rose's point, they don't even know what they want really. But Prince Miller says, doing better. I got my whip back from the shop after I crashed. Dang, dude. I'm sorry to hear you crashed. I'm sorry to hear you know what I mean? I think you were telling me about that, dude. But I'm glad you got your whip back, dude. That's sick. You still driving the Scion? Okay, cool. And Sky, they want more kids on that. Yeah, that's what Prince Miller was saying. Yeah, they want the kids for the island, which is crazy, dude. That shit's so gross. Yeah, I think I just saw a thing today too about like how they found some videos that was just like, no. I didn't want to say it because it'd probably pull the stream down so fast. It was just that I was like, I just can't even believe that's real life. But yeah. Jericho says, yeah, sad but true. The amount of kids that have orphanage adopt centers and they still want fresh ones. Exactly, yeah. Oh, Cherry Cole, you spitting. Yeah, no, for real. And like, I don't know, like foster care and stuff like that. I had a foster brother. That was pretty sick. I had a foster brother. They were super dope. But I think they ended up like, I think they turned like 18 when I was like, I forgot how old I was. But I don't know, I think we lost contact with them after they turned 18 pretty much. But yeah, technically from like ages, I think like 7, not even 7, like maybe like 6 to 7, I had like a foster brother. And like the foster care system was kind of goofy where like you can only stay with a family for like so many years. So then we were able to like get him back at some point, but then like the foster care system eventually was like, no, he has to go to a different family now. And I was like, damn. And one of my homies in high school, they were also like a foster kid. They were pretty sick. They were the ones that got me into dubstep, low key. We talked about it was like during the dubstep era. So now whenever I think of dubstep, I think of him, and he was a shredder. And it was like a really interesting. So this is so stupid, but there was like a really interesting miscommunication we had once because we were skating together, right? And he was Mexican, and he was like, "Hey man, can you hide this for me? My PO's coming." But I said Tio, like my uncle's coming, and I was like, "Oh, well, why are you tripping, man?" So like I like kind of hit it a little bit because I guess this is his uncle. He's not gonna be like, come on, he's just trying to be nice to his uncle. And then a fucking cop came up. It was like, "Hey, so what are you kids doing here?" And I was like, "Your uncle's a cop?" He said, "No, my PO, my parole officer." And I was like, "Oh shit." You know what I mean? My bad. I thought you said Tio. It was like the most cursed misunderstanding. of me being like, I grew up in LA. I can speak a little bit of Spanish. I know a little bit of Espanol. You know what I mean? It was like the worst time for me to think that. I was like, I like tortillas. You know what I mean? But I was right. It was just, I heard the T instead of the P. And I didn't know he had a parole officer, so I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah, so we did. Yeah, thank you, dude. Yeah, maybe one day, I don't know, maybe I could just make the inventory on a website or something so everyone can see how much is left. I wanted to actually put that on the website. On the website, it would say, hey, there's this many left, but I don't know how to do that in Shopify. So maybe it'd be cool just to be like, hey, look, there's 100 left. So people know, okay, well, I can wait. But then there's only a little bit left, they would know, oh shit, probably should get it now, you know what I mean? But yeah. Jericho said, yeah. I forgot I was in a dubstep for a little while. Roses, yeah. Yeah, dubstep, I'm telling you. Dubstep during like Halo 3 2012 days, chill step, it was kind of dope. Going back to it, it is kind of cringy. But the songs that were good, kind of are still good. The Skrillex albums that came out back then, still kind of good. It's very much of its time, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Hey, bro says, "Wow." Yeah, it was a funny growing up in the hood story, low key. I mean, it really happened though. But yeah, Cherry says my babysitter was a frequent foster parent. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, foster parents kind of low key. They're the real ones. Foster parents kind of they kind of deserve way more. They deserve like war medals, not war medal. Oh my god, hero medals. But yeah, what are we talking about? Foster kids? I don't know. Good foster parent. Yeah, you are spitting cherry cola, because I was gonna bring that up, but I don't want to be like that guy to be like, well, yeah, I mean, because yeah, there are foster parents that will totally do it just for like the free check, and then, or sometimes they're just abusive. But yeah, you know, but I think yeah. Thanks for calling out cherry cola. I was gonna say it, and I was like, you know what? I think it would. I think you're right. It's worth bringing up. Yeah, because there are some terrible foster parents out there. Yeah, to your point, some of them are just abusive. Yeah, yeah. But Rosa says, my brother had a massive electronic music phase, so from there, it just influenced me to look around. He still likes electronic music, but got into other stuff as he plays more in the car. I feel it, yeah. Yeah, electronic music kind of goes pretty deep. Like this house, dubstep. You know, there's like, I mean, now there's Dario Core. There's all kinds of different. Electronic music's kind of dope. There's like people like Flying Lotus. I don't know. Flying Lotus is like kind of like in that weird middle ground where it's like electronic music, hip hop, and jazz. I think like Flying Lotus' great aunt is Alice Coltrane, which is kind of wild. But yeah. Jericho, I keep thinking your desk is sliding down before dropping. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, the standing desk is wild. Yeah, everything was signed. Yeah, let me make sure I actually signed the cassette tape. Oh, I can't tell if it's signed from the video or not. That one looks signed. Well, duh, I'll just check what I grabbed it out of. Yeah, the one thing that's been nice is Cherry Cola, because I sign everything. I mean, not to try to sell you anything, but just because I sign everything that I ship out, sometimes I'm like, did I sign it already? Was it already signed? Oh yeah, they're all signed. Okay, cool. So it's been a couple times Cherry Cola where like, rather than like reopening the package and repacking it, I was like, I can just rewatch the video we just had on the VOD to see if I signed it or not. It's been a pretty cool, fun thing to do. What's been kind of helpful, what I'm trying to say. I need to rush. Lol, yeah. It's like a baby, then it's home. looks to me. King Big Brain. Lol. Picture that's useful. Yeah, it's super useful, low key. Oh, and since we were talking about Ben 10 last time, Subideo, and then I remember when I was listening to the VOD, I was like, Ben 10 theme song, the da 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 da. Yeah, I had to go back and listen to it. The theme song still slaps, dude. Ben 10 theme song kind of goes crazy. I think, and like the lyrics here are like, I think it's like, it's a kid who found an alien device and it did what it did. It's like, it's like so dumb, but so good. The lyrics are literally 10 theme song lyrics. Yeah, it said, it started when an alien device did what it did. That lyrics is hilarious to me. It started when an alien device did what it did. It's like, what did it do? It did. You know what I mean? I don't know. To me, that's like peak. Hell yeah. Peak lyrical, spiritual miracle. Now wondering if anyone remixed that. I mean, shit, Roses. As soon as, honestly, Rose, sometimes I go back and listen to theme songs like that, and I'm like, could I play this at a Future Funk show? That's like my first thought 9 times out of 10 every time I go back to like an old theme song like that. If you were in the club and someone dropped a Ben 10 theme song with a sidechain kick behind it, I'm losing my mind, dude. I'm about to go crazy. I'm about to be crying on the dance floor. Rosa says, I would too for anything like that. Lol. Yeah, exactly. Like, I remember the first time, I mean, now there's actually a pretty popular remix, but the first time I remember, I went to San Francisco and I played a show and I played the Chobits intro, but like my flip of it. And like there was one girl in the front that was just like, let me be with you. You know what I mean? She was like, this is so me coded right now. Never thought I'd go to a show and hear the theme song to one of my favorite childhood animes. You know what I mean? And another one that was my, I don't know if I've told this, but I played a Yoitoki New Year's in LA at like some bar in Hollywood. It was super sick. And what sucked though about it is that they had like the stage lights like kind of low. So all I could see was the front row of people. And it was like this, it was New Year's Eve. So it was like a mega packed bar. And I could see it was the front row. And I started playing and I couldn't tell if I was doing a good job or not. So I was kind of just like stressed the entire like 2-hour set. Like, I hope people like it. Because I couldn't see anyone but the front row. So I was like, okay, if the front row seems like they're having a good time, I think I'm doing good. That was like, literally my brain was on loop the entire time. Like, I think I'm doing good. I don't know. And then it wasn't until after my set was over, I came down like, I hope I did a good job. And everyone was like, bro, people were losing their minds. They were crying. You did such a good job. And I was like, oh, sick. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? In fact, I remember my girlfriend at the time was even telling me that someone, I played like a Sparkle remix of Tatsuro Yamashita, and she said the girl next to her looked at her friend and was like, it's Sparkle! Like, you know what I mean? Just like, I love Sparkle! You know what I mean? Just like, so hyped that I played Sparkle from Tatsudo, like my flip of it for like live shows. You know what I mean? And then Rosa was like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, I was super stoked. And then I have another funny clip. My friend Sean, I played Rock With You, like my flipper Rock With You by Michael Jackson. And then in the intro, he was like, I want to rock with you. And then the guy next to him was like, bro, you're too early. That's not to the chorus. And he was like, oh, I bet. Like there's a video my friend filmed of me playing where you could just hear that going on in the background of Sean. The guy telling Sean, hey man, not yet. Not that part of the song yet. Rosa says, I love Sparkle. Yeah, same. I'm glad you like it. Hell yeah. Same here. Yeah, I miss my buddy Sean. Yeah, they're also hella sick. So I'm sorry I'm laughing so hard, but I met Sean because we used to work together at the same tech company for a little bit, and Sean is like a mega Pokemon fan, and they would get like all these crazy like custom like 5-foot custom commission plushies of like different Pokemon they liked. Like he had like a 5-foot crocheted from Alligator, like just crazy. And he showed me his room, and it was like completely like Pokemon themed, and like he loved like low-key, like, you know, he was just a dude really into video games and stuff. Like if you met him on the street, you'd be like, oh, okay, he's a normal guy. But like when you go to his house, you're like, dude, you are kind of insanely into Pokemon. You know what I mean? And but I remember when he moved, because he moved to New York for a job, and I was like visiting because I was gonna work remote. Anyways, he was like, yeah, I got my new apartment, and I'm trying to like figure out what theme I want to make it, because I'm kind of like still want to do Pokemon stuff, but I have too much Pokemon stuff. And he was like, I think what I'm gonna do is try to make my living room look like a water level from Pokemon, and I want my bedroom look like a captain ship. And I was like, dude, so you have a girl come over, you're gonna be like, oh, like, you wanna go see my room? She's like, no, we just met. He's like, no, but you could be the captain. She's like, huh? Cause it's like, dude, like I got the whole little steering wheel for the ship in my bedroom. It's like, I don't know. To be honest, that's so funny. Like, Loki would have like the most wholesome Riz of all time. Of like, hey, come to my room, I'll let you play with the steering wheel for the ship for my water-themed apartment. You know what I mean? But yeah. And that's an amazing room. Yeah, honestly, I never saw it, but he was just telling me the plan for it. I think he ended up moving before he could finish up on it. But he's showing me pictures of like his Pokemon stuff, and like, yeah, he did have a sick apartment. But to me, I just love good, wholesome Riz stories. And Rosa says, I've seen decorated rooms like that. I always wish I could live there. Yeah, same. Every time I see like there's like a subreddit for like, I think it's like cozy spaces or something, or like cozy living. And I'm like, dang, dude, what do I got to do to get a place like that? I mean, what do they know about interior design that I don't? That their house looks so picturesquely beautiful. Where every time I'm in like a cabin for like snowboarding stuff, like cabins are always just so like, dang, why can't I live here, dude? TJ Carroll just got my CD in the mail a few days ago. Been on repeat. Hey, dude, thank you so much for grabbing it again. I appreciate you. And yeah, dude, I'm glad to hear it's been on repeat and you've been feeling it, dude. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it. Just stop by. But I just realized it's been about 3 hours, and I have to go to the gym in an hour to meet up with my buddy, the same buddy that got me the Gundam thing. So I have to go get a earful from him. Why I haven't watched Witch of Mercury yet. So I think after we're done packing this last order, I'll start heading out, because I gotta head over to the gym to meet up with him. That's cool with y'all. So yeah, go get that pump in, big dog. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate it. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm in low-key. I think I lost about like 15 pounds, and I've gained a lot of muscle. Like I could see my veins and stuff. I flex. I'm like, dang. I'm looking good, dude. I think I'm technically the healthiest I've ever been in my life. Like, in terms of like muscle mass and like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Except I still got stomach issues. I gotta go to the doctor. Not like super bad, but you know what I mean? I kind of wish I wasn't like bloated all the time. That would be sick. But then after that, then I'll be the healthiest I've ever been in my life. But Rosa says someone found a red glittery toilet seat and then added mirror tiles to the back of the toilet, and it looked pretty. Oh, okay, sick. I thought you, for second Roses, I thought it was set up for a prank. Like someone spread a bunch of red glitter on the toilet, so when you stood up, you had a bunch of glitter on your butt or something. But no, but then add a mirror tile. I can imagine that because the glitter would like, reflect. And I bet that looks super sick. Yeah. I just sounded like I set up for a joke, but I'm sorry. But no, that does sound super sick. Yeah, speaking of cool bathrooms, I think and there's a place like an aquarium here in Arizona. It's like the coolest bathroom ever because essentially they just put like, they have like the giant like aquarium thing. They actually like built it right next to the bathroom, so they put like a wall so you can see the entire like gigantic aquarium thing through the bathroom wall. It's pretty cool. I think it's like one-way glass, so you can't see into the bathroom, but you can look out to see all the fish as you're like going to the bathroom. It's pretty crazy. And TJ says, also big respect to see you're doing all the shipping and packing yourself. Major props. Hey, thank you, dude. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, you kind of gotta get it done. We out here doing it, connecting with people directly. Now I feel like gotta do what you can do. I did used to get help though. I'm not gonna lie. But these days I've been doing it all myself. I need to start hitting up my homies. Like, yo, man, I'll throw you like $10 to help. I'll buy you food, please. But yeah, I've had a few buddies offer actually. Like, especially like, it's funny too, because there'll be a lot of my homies that are like, bro, I used to work at the Amazon warehouse. I got you. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, whoa. I don't know if I'm ready for the big guns yet. You know what I mean? But yeah. But you know what I'm trying to say. But no, I appreciate the props though. Yeah, I do everything myself. But it is about time that I start like getting more help on a regular basis, that's for sure. Boom, 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 boom. What else do I want to give them? Oh wait, they got all three, so they get one of these. I'll give them one of these. And then what else can I give them? I'll give them one of these. Actually, I should just give them. I'll give them. Okay. I love giving out free stickers. And King, I've trained for this moment. Well, exactly, yeah. Yeah, which is nice though. I'm just appreciative that a lot of friends that are like down to help. But the thing is, it's really just I need to hire somebody. That's really what it comes down to. But to TJ's point though, I do plan on signing every single CD. I even had like back when I had like a warehouse helping me out. I mean, not even air quotes. I literally had a warehouse. Like I ship everything to the warehouse. I would order all of like the paper, essentially, like the CD cover and all that to myself, sign it all, and then repack it and then send it to them, and then they rebuild it all, and then that's how you still got the signed CD and stuff. But so no matter what, I'm probably still gonna touch every single piece of merch in my life. But even just came down to simple as like I sign it, put it into here, and someone puts it in the box. I don't know. But it's been cool. I don't know. We chilling. I'm not like, oh, I gotta do this tomorrow. Like, oh my god. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm looking for this. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. But speaking of the CD thing, funny enough, I usually like Google myself once a week to see what people are saying, and not like I promise it's not. I don't know. I guess it maybe is a little bit, but not unless I'm like cocky, like, oh my god, the world is talking about me. Oh my god. But it's just more of like I don't know. If someone's like, sometimes people will be like, bro, my CD came messed up, and like they don't tell me, they just like post about it. So I want to at least be able to, like, hey man, like, sorry it came messed up. Like, is there anything I can do to fix it? Or sometimes people just post nice stuff, and like I want to see that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. But anyways, someone posted on the CD collectors Reddit like, what's up with all these free CD things? And like it was like in the first, so they like had like a bunch of examples, but I was the first one, and then it was a Vocaloid guy. I follow them. I don't know them, but I follow them because I saw their ad too. And then there was someone doing some other music. I don't know, pretty much they were like talking like, are these free CD things? Like, what are all these artists doing this for? And what was cool was the second top comment was some guy going, yeah, I got the Groovy Kaiju CD, and I'll admit, it was pretty darn groovy. And it was like a bunch of votes, like, hell yeah. So I was like, hey. So yeah. But thanks for all the comments on that one. Like, yeah. Hell yeah, support these artists trying to get physical media out there. I was like, hell yeah. And like, not just me, but like, yeah. But like a bunch of us. But the only one I really actually know is like a Basic Printer. That's my dude. And like Taylor Bradshaw too. But there's a handful of us. I don't know, one day we got to do like a free CD fest or something. And all of the free CD artists got to do like a festival together. That'd be so sick. I don't know. I think that'd be hilarious. And like, and the alliteration, dude. Free CD fest. And we all got to give out like, just have a bunch of free CDs. Like if you get a ticket, you get like you get to choose one of the free CDs that all the other one of the artists offers. So you get one free CD from the lineup if you get a ticket. I think that'd be hilarious. And King says, instead show me a bunch of the free CD adverts and I love them. Dude, so yeah, same. Yeah, I've gotten a jazz one. There's a band called Spirit of the Bear that I, eventually found out Basic Printer knows them. But I just genuinely like their sound. I was like, this guy's ripped, dude. So I got their free CD, and I got like the whole, like all three of them, and like they're banging. And what else free CD did I get? I got all the Basic Printers, of course. I got Dukes's, Spirit of the Bear. There's like a jazz guy I got. Oh, there's another one called Pre the Vibes. It's an Afrobeats artist. Their stuff is pretty dope. They're like my favorite Afrobeats artists now. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be drinking the same Kool-Aid I'm making, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you. Not even for the. I genuinely. I mean, I just listed off 5 of them. I think that's genuine enough. You know what I'm trying to say. TJ says, love Monster Tape Zero, dude. Keep on creating. It's great music. Hey, thank you, TJ. I appreciate it, dog. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep on creating. In fact, I'm 30% done with Monster Tape 1. So the follow-up. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get that out in September, dude. And I'll definitely keep creating, man. Thanks for the inspiration and thanks for liking my music, man. I appreciate it, TJ. Hell yeah. I'm already a few steps ahead of you with the keep creating part. We is creating. Creations are being created. And Rosa says the musician ads work so well. I always gotta save their names in Spotify to listen later. Lol. Yeah, same Roses. Honestly, I kind of found some of my favorite artists from Spotify ads. I ain't gonna lie. Like I don't know. Again, I drink the exact same Kool-Aid I be putting out. Like I found Bo and Bubba through Spotify ads because they just used to have like a little beat tape ad. And I was like, this guy's sick. It was just through Spotify though. I think I found Berry Blue. I think all this stuff's organic, so I didn't find them. Low-key, everyone in the entire world is sleeping on an artist named Ballad. They're like an R&B singer. Their stuff is bonkers. He only has like 10,000 monthly listeners. I found his stuff from like an Instagram ad that he ran like years ago, and I still listen to all the stuff that comes out. Every song he drops, I'm like, dude, this guy's cracked at singing. But yeah, like like you sing a ballad, but their name is just Ballad. Who else? There's a jazz artist named Dan Del Negro. They're like a dude from Hawaii, and it's just funny because I ended up like looking more into his stuff, and what's it called? He was like, yeah, I was kind of like, I'm an older dude. I think he's like probably like late 50s, 60s. He's like, yeah, I just got bored during the lockdowns, and I was like, how do I keep making music during the lockdown? So he just started like doing Zoom shows, and then he just found out about Spotify ads and started like his Facebook ads, started running Facebook ads. And dude, his stuff kind of, dude, he was like, his ad was just him playing a guitar solo over like, like an old like jazz fusion beat. And I was like, dude, that's what's up. You know what I mean? So, that was super sick. And, Roses, oh nice. Heck yeah, Roses. And Crummy, yo, dude, your ads are legendary on my feed. Hey, thank you, Crummy. I appreciate it, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Hope your Tuesday's going good. Hope you're chilling. And thank you for the kind words again. Oh, dang! I literally just put this in here, and I was like, "Yay, it's all taped up." I gotta. Oh shit! I gotta head out in like 10 minutes. My buddy's gonna be like, "Why are you late?" No, my buddy's a super nice guy. I don't mean to make him sound like he's always guilty me and stuff. But I go there you go. There you go. Gotta slip this in here. But yeah, after we're done with this order, I really gotta like super bounce. I gotta like teleport to the gym. But we're almost done. I just gotta tape this up and like print it out. So in like 5 minutes, I'll be like, all right, bye. Wait, those did I find through Spotify ads? Canada Grows like super sick. I don't know. I probably should make that an email in the Kaiju Club. Actually, is like all the free CDs I've bought and also enjoyed. That'd be kind of sick. And it's been funny too to sometimes talk to my friends, and I'll see an Instagram ad, and I'm like, "Oh, this is pretty good." And then my friend would be like, "Bro, let me put you on to this artist." And I'm like, "Did you find it through an Instagram ad?" And they'll be like, "Maybe." I'm like, "Bro, it's okay if you did. That's sick if you did." And King says, for that music wall idea I've been doing, I might make a road just for the free CDs. Hell yeah, that'd be sick, dude. I think that'd be super dope. Oh, I mean, I found this out from Basic Printer, so I don't know if it's cheating, but there's a guy, his name is the Phantom AD, and I found out of him through Basic Printer because I was like watching one of Basic Printer's videos on like their music marketing stuff. And yeah, it's this guy. At first I was kind of like, I don't get it, but now I kind of get it. He's like a I don't know how to, he calls it ghoulish rock, where, you know, like Monster Mash, like that Monster Mash, like that's his whole aesthetic. His whole everything is like, I'm like if the Monster Mash was its own artist. And dude, his stuff is actually kind of sick. It's like super like cheesy, but like it's meant to be like that. Like it's like 60s entertainment, like Monster Mash, like kind of like goofy, but like the dude's kind of crushing it. I'm not gonna lie. He's like kind of a legend. And I love his comments are so nice to you. Everyone's just like, bro, you the truth, bro. You know what I mean? Bro is the truth. But yeah, Phantom AD, I don't know. Now that I mentioned it, and whoever's watching the video, I bet whatever computer is watching, whatever's listening to your computer and me talk, you'll probably start seeing his ads now. They're the first time you see it, you're gonna be like, what is this? And the second, like the third time, you're gonna be like, hell yeah, dude. This is what's up. Everyone says that sounds nostalgic. It really is. It's like super nostalgic. I don't know. It's very much like Rocky Horror Picture Show kind of coded. Rocky Horror Picture Show is more like, I don't know, like 60s horror. I don't know if that's the right word, but actually no, you can kind of say that. I don't know, when you hear it, you'll just be like, oh hell yeah. Like this guy's the truth. Like that's such a like interesting niche to choose, but like they're all in, and like they really, you know what I mean? That's really who they are. It's like hell yeah. King says, the first one I got was the tape 0, and now it's all I get. Well, okay, my bad. Yeah, I don't know why Instagram does that too. There was a while where I tried to set it up so like if you already got it, it would like not just keep hammering you with that and would like show you like other stuff. But you know, Instagram does what it wants. Mark Zuckerberg was like, nope, this is the one. Everyone needs to see it. I mean, obviously I don't directly talk to Mark Zuckerberg. You know, I'm making a joke, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know why it does that. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I hope you don't mind seeing it that much. But oh, I ain't complaining. I love getting the music ad. Okay, cool, sick, yeah. Yeah, same. Honestly, every time I get a music ad, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. That's what's up. I don't know. Even if I don't, I mean, keeping it real, even if I don't like the music, I'm like, I respect the game, dude. I respect the hustle. It's so much better than getting, like, I don't know. I get a lot of ads for, like, I mean, because I, mentioned, like, they used to have a warehouse thing and then I had to stop. I get a lot of, like, small business ads, so I'm like, dude, if I have to see another, like, you should come sell your products from our warehouse. I'm like, dude, no, bro, I'm not interested in a warehouse. I Googled it once. Please. Show me more people making dank beats, please. I will click on that, I swear. Show me that instead. I actually would like to hear some new music. That would be kind of sick. Yeah, what's nice too about the Phantom AD thing is just, I don't know. Because sometimes I like, sometimes I'm like, oh, are people just being nice to me? I got like a little bit of imposter syndrome. And now that every time I see the Phantom AD ad, I'm like, hell. I don't know, like to your point, King, you're like, every time it comes up, I'm like, hell yeah. Dude, that's how I am about the Phantom AD right now. Is every time he's like, I go where the party takes me. I'm like, yo, there he is, dude. That's the dude. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. I know all the lyrics now. I don't know, it's funny. King says, should have said the first free CD ad I got was Tape Zero. Now I'm getting a bunch of free CD ads. Oh yeah, no worries. I see what you mean. Yeah, no worries. But y'all, I'm sorry I had to like end it abruptly. But I need to go to the gym to meet my buddy. Yeah, I do. I have to go to the gym to meet my buddy in about like 40 minutes. But I want to like, get changed. Got to refill my juice bottle, my pre-workout bottle thing. And yeah, so you know what I mean. And I gotta low-key, I gotta make a thumbnail. We'll make a thumbnail with MFN. If I pull him down, will he be upset? Okay, we'll do this one. Yeah, I gotta upload the thumbnail real quick and then the VOD is done. Hey. Well, cool. But yeah, if y'all don't mind, I'm sorry. Oh shit. But I have to go. I have to go to the gym. I gotta get that pump in, dude. But yeah, Oh, I forgot to say too. Okay. Well, while we're here, we're all like locked in. I'll catch you around, Skyer. But so for Sunday, I wish I could do it better. I don't know. I'm gonna obviously send the email later that's like, hey, I'm Monster State, the Destroy All Monsters is on streaming now. I might put in the PS what's going on. I'll probably post in my story too, but I have friends visiting for the baseball thing. They're leaving Sunday, but I don't know what time Sunday. So depending on what time they leave, that's probably around the time I'll start streaming, because we always stream on Sundays. And then Tuesday, probably can't stream. So I'll try my best. So, excuse me, next Tuesday, like this upcoming Tuesday, March whatever, I'll probably have to skip. I'll make a story post about it on my Instagram story. So March 17th, no Tuesday stream. Sunday might be on time, might be a little bit late, but I'll try to like stream between the same time window, the same 3-hour time window, even if I'm like an hour late. I'll also post on my story. But yeah, and then after that, completely back to normal. I'm sorry to keep moving the schedule around. I'm trying to be consistent as possible. So yeah, because I don't want to like, I don't know, I know everyone already is like, this works for us, and I don't want to like keep being the oddball, you know what I mean? So I don't know. But yeah, anyways, I gotta head out, I gotta go to the gym. I'll catch you around Roses, catch you around King, catch you around Skyer, catch you around Simply Deo, catch you around Crummy, TJ, both TJ Ammon, TJ Carell, Cherry Cola, catch you around, Simply Deo, Prince Motorola, catch you around, Zaku, if you still got me on the background, catch you around, we're still working. And yeah, night Roses, night King, farewell, take it easy, peace, thanks for hanging out, I appreciate you, I'll catch you around, peace.